Well, good evening, Panther fans, and greetings from Ball, Louisiana, here on the campus of Tioga High School for tonight's edition of Panther Football. Our broadcast brought to us by McDonald's. If you're joining us on radio, 92.3 FM The Wolf, I want to say a special thank you to our radio sponsor, Domino's Pizza of Sterlington. I'm Ben Hackler here with William Handy for week one of the 2025 season. Will, how you feeling tonight?
Man, this is exciting. It's always great to kick the season off, Ben. It really is. And we made the semi-long trip down to Tioga tonight, the beautiful city of Ball. And great facilities, man. This field looks really nice, and looking forward to a good game. Got a little breeze up here where we are. It's perfect.
Yeah, the sun's getting real low, and the temperature's starting to just ease into a little bit, so that's good. And, hey, I want to give a special – you mentioned facilities. We dressed in the our team dressed in the junior high locker room over there. That might be the cleanest locker room I have been in anywhere in the state. I was impressed.
I know. You know, normally when you come into a locker room like we have, there's always an assortment of aromas in there, and they're not very pleasant. I will say this one, almost like they were prepared for us. It was nice and sanitized, and I wasn't prepared for that, Ben.
That's right.
We got
that's
to step
right.
our game up back at Sterling.
Yeah, it is a beautiful night for football, though, here in Tioga, and this will be the second matchup between these two schools. Of course, Tioga made the journey up last year to Sterlington, and the Panthers came out on top 28-13. And this year, similar story for the Panthers, coming in off of a tough scrimmage and then a tough jamboree. And the competition really doesn't let up much tonight as they continue to play up into 4A against Tioga. And but after running through Evangel and Ash, it's still just a gauntlet trying to get through these first few weeks.
It is, and, you know, Coach Doty said that's by design, and he said that every time he puts a schedule together, there's reason and logic behind the reason he does that. And to start out with Evangel in a scrimmage, and then you have Ash in the jamboree, you step right into Class 4A with Tioga. You know, you're getting tested right off the bat. And another thing, too, it really allows Coach Doty and that staff to evaluate these kids at a very high level and see how they deal with not only the players across from them, but you're going to have adversity when you're playing teams like that and how they respond to that. And I think it's the way he's laid this schedule out really sets us up for that second half in the run in district.
Yeah, I was listening to a conversation he and I had last year on the coaches show. And you know, he just said that, you know, if you win them all, you're excited, but what you really want to be concerned with is winning that last one. And of course, last year the Panthers were able to do that after a 2-3 start that everybody really was kind of like finish the season 6-4. I think a lot of folks are like, I just don't think this team's got it. And all of a sudden you hit the playoffs, things start rolling, and all of the things that you did early, the physicality that you faced, the athletes that you faced. All of a sudden, those seniors and those juniors began to grow up a little bit for you, hit the playoffs, and then able to compete at a high level and finish that thing off in the dome.
Yeah, and if you think about it, when you look at the level of competition you play, when you play teams like this, Ouachita, West Ouachita, Neville, once you step back into your class, Division III, non-select, which we do, you're not going to face anybody any better than what you've seen. You may have some players that are even better than what you've seen, but team-wise, you've run a gauntlet, like you said. And once you get into the playoffs, you've faced adversity. You've had to man up and really bow up on guys that are maybe outside your class, and it sets you up for success down the road. And I think that's what we saw last year. And when you look at it, the great point you made, Ben, we were 6-4 at the end of the season. A lot of people kind of looked at that record and didn't look at what that record represented.
The resume there.
Yeah, that was a heck of a resume. And let's face it, the Union game was so many turnovers. You know, the weather was horrible, and it was just, you know, those are some of those games like in baseball. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and in that game it really didn't. Not to take anything away from Union, but the circumstances turned it into somewhat of a blowout. Well, but we did fight our way back in that game.
Yeah, well, and you mentioned the Union game. Really, the Union game really was kind of a turning point, I think, for some of these guys. J-Rob goes down in that game towards the end, and we you know, Hickman comes in at quarterback and kind of gives a little spark. Well, J-Rob comes back, you know, the next week and finishes out the season, you know, and well deserved, did a great job managing the offense. But what it allowed was some different looks for those guys in the playoffs that they had not seen from us. And then all of a sudden you've got a little spark, and those guys carried it through. And so, yeah, I think it pays off. And I think about the athletes even this year that we faced already. You talk about, you know, Pop Houston over at Evangel. I'll go on record right now and tell you we won't see a better quarterback this year than that young man and what they're able to do throwing the football. And they showed some of that last night against Neville, which is a really, really good football team. Neville comes out on top there, but Pop's a special player. Getting to watch him, these kids faced him, and got to be on the receiving end of him throwing some bombs on you. But you think about him, the receivers that Evangel had, go back to Ash last week and Ash's defense and the special players that they had on offense. Yeah, it's the bar has been set really high for who these Panthers are going to face this year. And now it's just going to be, hey, now are we going to raise our play and meet the level that's been set for us?
Yeah, and the challenge last year for this coaching staff was really to find out what they had, Ben, because, we graduated what we thought was going to be the team that might make that run to the Dome, and it fell short back in 23 at Panther Stadium, now Ashley Field.
That's right.
Yeah, against St. James. And so really this group of coaches had to look at what they had. And once they put it together, it started clicking at the right time. So, the goal there was to get them on the field and get them performing, which they did. I've always said this, and I'll say it until I quit doing this commentary. You give Larry Foster 3 or 4 weeks with a group of guys for an offensive line, he'll have it in a well-oiled machine, as a well-oiled machine within at least when you hit district. But the big challenge this year is going to be we're getting everybody's best because we're the defending state champions in Division III. So not only do we have to gel again, but we're not going to sneak up on anybody like before.
No, and still have some question marks this year. The tailback position is really new. Of course, TJ Birch comes back and anchors that backfield at fullback for us, and TJ really an incredible back there, great vision, and the things that he does, a strong kid. And then behind him, though, is really the place we lose a Hagen Herring and some of these other guys got some reps. But really, the guy that got the most reps was Carter McClinton. Well, he's now gone, and so you've got some new faces back there. We'll see Shamarian Dismuke and Landon Washington and Xavier Strohmile saw some carries last week. And so you've got some guys that go back there that we haven't seen before this year. And really, when they've been able to hold on to the football, we'll talk about some of that as we get closer to kickoff. They have done a pretty good job, but there's still some growth there. We saw some things last week with the pitch that kind of one of them takes fumbles the first pitch, and then the rest of the game seemed like he got a little timid just trying to secure the pitch, which we appreciate. Hey, protect the football. But some gains that probably could have been 7, 8, 10 yards were only 3 or 4 because he's having to stop his feet, secure the pitch, and then go. And so some of that's just growth, and I think you've got some things that have got to happen. At wide receiver, I think we like what we've got right now. Presley Park-Smith, a guy that's been here all 4 years, and has kind of found his place on the outside, and going to be a weapon out there for us. And then, of course, you got sure-handed kids like Noah Crane and even Colin Barnett that'll come in the mix. And really our possession guys are going to be able to get you for key first downs throughout the season. And then, of course, you got guys like Devin Downs and David Hickman. Downs still out for a couple more weeks for us, but Hickman just a playmaker. And so, finding ways to get the ball in his hand. And then, as you mentioned, that offensive line, I mean, you got some guys that are back. You got some new faces up there. Of course, you got to talk about Drew Whitlock, kind of the anchor of that offensive line. He's been a steady hand there and played with and under some guys that were really good before him. And so now it's his turn in leadership. And, Gideon Ashley, Dawson Ferguson, all those guys. And, of course, the center you've got we've got Luke Crane and Cam Rugg and get in the mix. Sam Jansen has been out, but should be back. So just some guys that have got to kind of figure it out on that side of the football.
Yeah, and I don't worry about that as much because, as I said, you got Larry Foster steering that ship, and I've got all the confidence in the world in them putting that together. And, last year there were a lot of questions, like you said. There are still questions today, but we've got a lot of answers to those questions. It's like you said, in the backfield, we got 3 options at tailback.
Yeah.
It's the maturing process that you're talking about that we've got to get them to. You can look at each one of those running backs, and they all have a different style of running, and they're very good at it. I mean, we've seen it. And so once they get more reps back there in that backfield, one of them is going to take the lead, take that step up. But I can tell you, Coach Doty likes the rotation.
Yes.
Like, last year, the way we had that set up, Gavin Evans, and you also had Hagen Herring working in the tailback position. You had TJ Birch in there. Going back to 21, we had 4 running backs, 2 fullbacks, 2 tailbacks that rotated, and it was just a good rotation. And I think he'd like to do the same thing this year. And the nice thing about the receiving corps, you're right, those guys, a lot of those guys have got experience. They're good athletes.
Yes.
And if you allow J-Rob Breen the time, he'll get it to him. And one thing I like about J-Rob, he does roll out. He can throw on the roll. He can run. He's a good size kid. So I think the table is set for success with this group we got on the offensive side of the ball. And you know something funny too, we always have one guy that just pops up out of nowhere and really shines, you know, that you didn't really expect to see. And that goes back to what Coach Doty said. Sometimes it takes us a little while to get him in the right spot, but when we do, we got something. So
yeah. Well, Panther fans, we're going to take a 60-second break, and then we'll come back and start working our way towards kickoff. Looks like we're about 19 minutes from kickoff. So we'll take 60 seconds and be right back to get you set for Panther football here in Ball, Louisiana.
While some banks focus on the now, Cross Keys looks toward the future, providing our customers with the latest and greatest in financial technology. But a bank is nothing without its people. While our competitors try to stay ahead of the curve, we are the curve, nurturing some of the greatest financial minds in the country. For what better represents the future of banking than the next generation?
For over 50 years, Cartown has been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Sterlington Panthers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Panthers!
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Well, Panther fans, welcome back in to the McDonald's broadcast here on YouTube, and also the radio broadcast brought to us by Domino's Pizza of Sterlington of Panther football. I'm Ben Hackler again with William Handy, and we are working our way towards kickoff tonight of the Sterlington Panthers versus the Tioga Indians here live from Toomey Ingram Field in the big city of Ball, Louisiana, a big outskirt of the town of Pollock.
Yeah,
right?
I've been stopped by the Ball police for speeding, along with the Pollock and Georgetown. I've really made the tour. This is the first time I've ever been to Tioga, though. I have to say.
Me too.
Yeah, so it's just not a place you go to.
No, and we've had them come up and play baseball before. I think that outside of last year's game of football, I think the baseball team is the only ones that have played Tioga in any sport. The girls in softball may have played them, but I believe it would have been at a tournament. I don't think they've ever come to us or we've ever come down here. But really a great situation for them down here and a great place. They've got a big field house going in, $8.2 million they're spending on a field house. It'll be down to our right, I believe, right back here in this end zone. And, it's just – I was looking at some pictures of it. Big 2-story facility, and so they're working their way towards a great facility up here. And, you know, Panthers just got their own. We get to see it next week when we're home with Ravel. But, hey, let's go back to talking football. That's why people tune in. I get to talk about other stuff. That's what we do, just talk, right?
Yeah, right.
But talking about football, you know, we talked about the offensive side for the Panthers, some of the question marks there. But really the real question coming into this year, and there were some big changes. Mark Sims has gone fully baseball now. He's kind of stepped out of football and did a great job for us for several years, being the defensive coordinator and coaching secondary. And now Jeff Tannehill takes on the role of defensive coordinator. Of course, Jeff, no stranger to being a DC and doing a great job competing at a high level. Came over from Neville a couple years ago. But he's really had to start trying to figure out which kids go where. And so there's some new faces on that defensive side as well that they've really got to, have done well in spurts, but still some growing up to do there because you've got some young guys. We got some freshmen on that D-line that had to replace some big bodies.
Yeah, that was a nice thing about that class that came up. You and I talked about that a little bit the last 2 weeks, that you're going to see some contributions from that freshman class that came up from the middle school last year. And some on the defensive line, and that's probably where the big changes are occurring, I would say, because we lost our middle there, but we bring back Cam Bagwell at the defensive end spot, and we're really trying to get that other side sort of lined out as to who we want to see in that position. Right now we've been working with Stephen English, and Stephen has really he's shown some flashes last year as a freshman. And, boy, he's really showing up early in this season. Of course, you got Blake Franklin that came back. And Blake
played a lot of snaps.
Yeah, Blake has been one of those guys that really, he decided beside Grayson Gilborn last year, but it always seemed like Blake was a guy that was eating up blocks and just doing that nasty work up in the line of scrimmage, freeing up our linebacking core. And of course, Silas Ashley, that's one of the freshmen we're talking about.
Who doesn't look like a freshman.
Who does not look like a freshman. I saw him in the locker room today up close for the first time, and I'm like, who is that? Ooh, that's Silas Ashley. Oh, I was wondering who that guy was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
he'll have that clip playing on repeat. I know Silas. He'll be having that on repeat soon.
Oh, yeah. Well, he earned it.
Yeah,
So,
and really has played well. They're
has.
really up on him and those guys. And, I think about that defense, though, and really the anchor of that defense is right in the middle. When you get all three linebackers back, of course, Trey Birch has done an incredible job for us for 3 seasons now. This will be his 3rd season. But even beside Trey, you've got Drew Voker, you've got, Connor Justice, who are just guys who get it done. And I know this first few weeks they've been a little frustrated just with kind of settling in. But they really are the anchor and the heartbeat of that defense.
Oh, absolutely. And we saw a lot out of Voker last year, and we saw a lot out of Justice. And, I mean, look, there is no doubt who the big bull in that room is, those linebackers. This Trey Birch, and he was the MVP of Division III last year.
Yeah.
Voted on in the state. And so he has just got such natural talent and ability, and he's got the speed to go with the size, and it's just he has a nose for the ball. And so that you're right. That's the anchor of this whole defense. He's the leader in that defense. And so that's what having those 3 guys back is a big plus, and we're seeing some young guys coming up backing them up as well.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, your point is well taken. When you look at the heart of that defense, 23 is where you start.
Yeah. And then, of course, in the back end, you get Jalen Bush back, who came on really last year. I believe it was his first year to play football. If not, it was only his second. I think it was his first year. This will be his 2nd year. And has really kind of locked down that corner position, quick feet, and really has loved contact. Soccer kid that came over. And the first couple of weeks, I've loved watching him enjoy contact because you weren't sure. And then last year, he really stepped up and seems to be continuing that, of course. But the secondary really anchored by Sam Frazier, who's been a program guy, been around throwing the football a long, long time. And he's back at safety and kind of patrolling back there. And then we'll see some other guys playing the other safety position that we'll talk about when we get to starting lineups. And then in the other corner, Hickman is pretty much going to be the guy that you see there for now and kind of playing both sides of the football as needed.
Yeah, that's why I feel good about where we are on the back end, as you said, because the guys that we've seen in the first 2 weeks, a lot of them saw action last year. And so they're kind of continuing where they left off. And if you're lacking confidence, just talk to Sam Frazier. He'll make you feel good about being in that backfield. So, but, yeah, I really like that group we have. All intelligent players. They have a good sense of the game as well. So it's kind of like on the offensive side of the ball, Ben. I think once those guys really gel and continue to play really up front, and that's where you want to see the growth up front with the changes we have. But I like the options we have, even the backups on the defense. I think the defense has a chance to be a very special unit. Yeah,
and it's really one thing that Sterlington has done well the last few years is it's finding depth. Offense and defense, being able to find some depth, and some of that's come through, somebody gets hurt or somebody gets sick, and you got somebody else has to play that week. And more times than not, that has been an attribute or an addition, a positive addition to the offense and the defense with some young guys who had to play early and play early. But tonight that defense got their hands full. Got a senior quarterback in Case Malone for Tioga, and of course he's got one target that he really loves, big number 1 Kervin Johnson. I believe Kervin's got 4 D1 offers. I think TCU's in the mix and some other guys. And so the secondary going to have their hands full. But then one of the guys I watched on film, because when I coming down here thinking about last year, I was thinking about Johnson, thinking about Case Malone, but watching them run the football in the jam last week against Red River, their middle linebacker plays tailback for them, Pontier, and he's a load and pretty shifty.
Yeah, and that gives them a little bit more dynamic. I think last year they had the running game and the passing game, but the passing game was a little bit of a challenge for it. It seemed like being in the first game, the timing was not there. So, we'll see how all that plays out for them tonight. But you're right, Johnson is somebody we're going to have to watch for.
Well, Panther fans, we're going to pause for 2 minutes for the national anthem and prayer, and then we'll come back and get you set for kickoff. You're listening to Panther Football on YouTube and 92.3 The Wolf.
By Student Body President Ellie Reed, and remain standing for the presentation of our national colors.
Community banking is not just what we do.
It's ingrained in who we are.
It's our mission to serve our community.
By providing a banking experience you can trust.
We offer financial solutions
to help our region thrive.
Personal hometown service.
We look for opportunities
to strengthen the neighborhoods in which we work and live.
Rooted in the community.
We support our families, our neighbors, and our friends.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Well, Panther fans, welcome back after the great national anthem and prayer here at Tioga. We're getting set for kickoff. Panthers making their way down the hill, and they'll be coming through that run-through in just a moment. And while we have a moment, I'll remind you, you're listening to the McDonald's broadcast of Panther football. If you're joining us on 92.3 FM, The Wolf, that broadcast is brought to us by Domino's Pizza of Sterlington. We want to quickly give you the starting lineup for the Panthers tonight. We'll begin with the offense, and then William will come and give us the defensive starters. Panther starters on offense, that offensive line. Number 69, Dawson Ferguson. Number 55, Drew Whitlock. At center, number 54, Luke Crane. On the other side, number 68, Cam Rugg. And number 62, Gideon Ashley. The tight end will be number 20, Chris Pearson. The wide receivers tonight, number 13, Presley Park-Smith. And number 18, Noah Crane. At fullback, number 6, T.J. Birch. And at tailback, number 14, Shamarian Dishmuke. Your quarterback for the Panthers this year, again, number 7, J-Rob Breen.
On the defensive side of the ball, tonight we'll have a defensive end, number 11, Stephen English. Defensive tackle, number 90, Silas Ashley. At nose, number 93, Blake Franklin. At defensive end, number 9, Cam Bagwell. At the wheel linebacker, number 23, Trey Birch. At the mic, linebacker, number 47, Drew Voker. At Sam, linebacker, number 33, Connor Justice. At cornerback, number 5, Jalen Bush. At the other cornerback, number 4, David Hickman. At strong safety, number 2, Sam Frazier. At free safety, you'll see number 12, Cade Hollingsworth, and then number 8, Keenan Green.
And that is your starting lineup for the Panthers tonight here at Tioga. And Panther fans will get set for the kickoff, or for the coin toss in just a moment. Coin toss tonight brought to us by Jim Taylor Chevrolet of Rayville. And appreciate their sponsorship. Looks like captains tonight for the Panthers will be number 55, Drew Whitlock, and number 23, Trey Birch. For Tioga, it'll be number 21, Kenny Pontier, and number 17, Case Malone. So they'll make their way to midfield. And, hey, you know, we don't normally do this on starting lineups, but I think it's important to mention punting duties and kicking duties. We haven't talked to any about special teams, William. You know, losing a guy like Aiden Parker, who's now down at Tulane, and looking to hopefully get some snaps this year. I think he's redshirting, but got 4 games he can get in. And really, you don't know what you got till he ain't here. But this year, going to have Presley Park Smith will be kicking for punting for us. And I tell you what, he's got a good foot and gives us some speed back there. And then handling the kicking duties, we'll see kicking off, you'll see Jalen Bush. But handling field goals and extra points will be the freshman William Lyon. And they are really high on William as a young man. Who's come in and dedicated himself. He's a soccer kid again, but come in dedicating himself to kickoffs and field goals, and looking forward to a bright future from him.
Yeah, and one thing I mentioned to you last week, I'm excited because he's a freshman, and if you can get him set up, you've got a guy for 4 years that can be a productive piece of this team, and we've been very successful of starting with freshman kickers. So, yeah, and what I've seen of him, very accurate kicker.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bright future there, and excited about him and all those guys together. So Panthers have made their way to midfield, and we're waiting on the coin toss. The White Hats giving some instructions on sportsmanship and all the things. And Panthers will call it in the air. Again, this coin toss brought to us by Jim Taylor Chevrolet. There's the toss. They'll let it fall. Got to get his reading glasses out. Panthers will win the toss and will defer to the second half. So Tioga will begin with the football. And if you're listening on your radio dial, Tioga will receive, and they'll be moving left to right as we make our way towards kickoff. And William, it's time to go. Week 1 is now officially fixing to be underway for this edition of Panther football.
Time to rock and roll.
Definitely want to say thank you to all of you guys that are tuning in from wherever you may be. And we're always surprised to see kind of where some folks are. And so if you're watching on YouTube, leave us a comment. Tell us where you're watching from and maybe who your favorite player is. We'll make sure to try to give them a shout-out from week to week as we can.
Or your favorite former player, would that be Ben Hackler?
No, I doubt there's very many people that even knew that I played here. It's been a few minutes, and don't, even those that do remember, like, did he start? Was he on the field? Because it wasn't a bright – I was not anywhere near the caliber of a lot of these guys that are playing for us now. The officials have got their stuff done. Jalen Bush will come out, get set to kick it away, and we're set for this first quarter of Panther football. First quarter all season long brought to you by Arklatex Window and Door. I want to say thank you to those guys for their sponsorship of Panther football. This kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. 2 services on Sundays, 9 a.m. or 10:30. For more info and other schedules, check out fbcsterlington.com. Back deep for the Indians will be number 1, Kervin Johnson. And there's the whistle, and we are set. Will be a little kick over towards the right side, be taken there by Jackson Tarver at the 15. Trying to work his way towards the middle. Panthers giving chase. Tarver will find some room up to about the 32, and that's where Tioga will begin, 1st and 10. And that's Trey Birch with his first tackle of the season.
I was about to say, guess who, Trey Birch. You don't see many guys his size on the kickoff team. That just shows the speed that he has and the confidence that the coaches have in putting him on that unit and stepping right back out there at that middle linebacker position. So the Tioga Indians will take this ball at their 33-yard line, 1st down and 10.
2 receivers out wide to the far side. 1 receiver set near side. That's Johnson wearing that number 1. Case Malone, the quarterback, with Pontier, the running back, to his left. Connor Justice out here on Johnson. Malone in the gun. Calls for it. There's a snap. Quick give to Pontier. He finds some room, and it will finally be knocked down across the 40 up to the 42, be about a yard short. It'll be second down. The Tioga goes quickly. Bring a man in motion. There's a snap. They're going to give it this time, trying the right side, trying to find some room. He'll have the first down, but had to earn that one as Big Birch met him in the hole.
Yeah, Birch was able to step in the hole and shut him down, but not before he got enough yards to get the first down at the 44 of the Indians.
Tioga maintains that no huddle, going quickly now. A quick toss out to Johnson, trying to find some room. He'll run through one tackle, and he'll pick up about 2. It'll be second down.
Yeah, quick now pass. Hickman was able to come over there and get the initial contact on him, force him out of bounds. Picked up 2, second down and 8 at the Indians' 46.
Malone calls for it. There's the snap. The give again to Pontier, and he'll be met in the backfield, and that'll be, I believe, Stephen English wraps him up and takes him down for a loss.
That's what the coaches are excited about. Stephen English took on the block, got off of it, and was able to get Pontier for a loss of 3 yards. It'll be third down and 11 for the Indians. They have the ball at their own 43-yard line.
Third down is brought to us by Cartown. Panther defense looking to get off the field. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. Looking for a shot, and he's got Johnson all by himself. And he'll walk into the end zone.
Johnson does have a combination of size and speed. He was able to get separation and was wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that's one of the challenges this defense has faced already this year. Seems like the first few plays, folks are finding that green behind that secondary, so hopefully they'll make some adjustments.
Well, we remember last year, Malone has a good arm, and once that separation was there, it's really just a throw it up and let him run to the ball pass.
So extra point pending. Panthers will jump offside, so they'll move it a half yard closer. Penalty will be declined, and Tioga will line up for the extra point. The kicker for them will be Ethan Bridges. The holder will be Christian Isles. There's the snap. Kick is up. And it's no good. No good. So with 10:43 remaining, Tioga 6, Panthers nothing. We'll be right back after 30 seconds with more Panther football.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
I gotta fix this, it's a little tight. Panther fans, we're back. 10:43 to go in the first quarter. Panthers trail 6-0 after the 59-yard touchdown from Malone to Johnson. Bridges will get set to kick it away. Back deep for the Panthers will be TJ Birch and David Hickman, both standing around their 5-yard line. There's a kick, nice high kick. Birch is going to settle under it right about the 7. He'll take it there. Got a wedge in front of him, looking for some green, and now he's got some. He'll make the kicker miss, and he's still running up the midfield. He's into Indian territory all the way up to the 36-yard line. Big return by T.J. Birch.
That was a huge return by T.J. Birch. He got a good block set up in front of him with the wedge, came out of it. We've seen him. He's got quick feet, man.
It took one back last week.
Yeah, he sure did. Jamboree. He took one back in the jamboree, but did a little hop step. He showed agility. He showed power, and he showed the ability to hang on the ball. They took a chop at it at the end and managed to get the ball all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Indians. Great return and great blocking by that special teams unit of the Panthers.
Twins receivers near side. Breen under center. They're a little reverse. It'll be Landon Washington trying to get outside. He's got one man to get around and does. And he's up the far sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. No flags. Touchdown, Panthers.
Tremendous block on the end. Sealed off just enough. Landon Washington has got speed. We've seen that. Once he rounded that corner, it was all over. The back end did not fill, and it was just a race down the sidelines for Washington for the touchdown.
That touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. Extra point pending. Looks like it will be Jalen Bush to attempt the extra point. This extra point brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. There's a snap, the hold, kick is up, and it's good. 10-21. Panthers take the lead, 7-6. And William, we didn't really have time to even really catch our breath there.
That's a how do you do response and answer to that Tioga touchdown by the Panthers. I mean, great return by T.J. Birch. And then you have Landon Washington come in and just take it up the sideline. I mean, that was just a speed deal. I mean, It really was.
Yeah, Tioga had a man. He got sucked in a little bit, but I thought he was going to be able to get to him at the corner, and then Landon turned on the afterburners, and it was over.
That was the surprising thing. I didn't know exactly how to say that. I mean, just you don't expect your corner to get sucked in that far, and nobody in the secondary was there. They even challenged Washington. It's a great play.
So this time it'll be William Lyon to kick it away for the Panthers. Again, kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. The kicker sets up, looks like it will be a sky kick over towards the far sideline. There's a nice high kick. Going to come down right at the 30. It's on the ground, and the Panthers will have it at the 33-yard line.
It looks like number 16. Is that Sean Holloway?
I believe that was number 9 who got up with the football. 9 will be Cam Bagwell.
Cam Bagwell.
Yeah.
Number 9, Bagwell.
But I think Holloway was in the vicinity, but I saw Bagwell hand the ball to the official.
I thought I saw a single digit. I saw 16. Okay. But, man, great job by Bagwell to get on that ball. And sometimes that's what that sky kick does for you. Try to field it. They don't get a handle on it. Next thing you know, we've got the ball at the 33 of the Indians.
That's a David Bryant turnover tonight. Twins receivers near side. Breen under center with Birch and Dismuke behind him in the eye. Breen, little freeze play, gets a call from the sidelines and goes back under. And there's going to be a false start on this left side, I believe. Actually, got one official saying false start, one saying offsides. It will be offsides against the Indians. 5-yard play, a 5-yard penalty, be first down and 5.
Penalty against the Indians.
Should move the ball to about the 28.
Like that left defensive end got across pretty quick. I saw the action over here. Fortunately, went the Panthers' way, first down and 5.
Panthers will stay with the same formation. This time now they will put one receiver over to the far side. That'll be Park Smith, go across the formation. It's like Breen, freeze play again. Gets the check. Make sure everybody's on the same page, and he goes under center. There's a snap. Little option play. We'll keep it. And Breen's into the secondary up to about they're going to say down at the 17, but that's a Downs Law Firm. First down for the Panthers.
Good decision by Breen.
Number 8,
got a good down block from Ashley and Rugg on that side. He was able to take it up to the 17 of the Indians. Panthers are going to have it first down and 10. Once again, we see Breen running this offense very well, making the decision. But he sees it open, he plants his foot, and gets what he can.
I formation again. Breen under center. There's a snap. This time he will give it to Birch, who spins ahead, and he'll get up. Looks like he's just across the 13-yard line. Nice gain, second down.
Yeah, they gave him 5 yards. 5 yards on that carry. Actually, probably going to be a short 5 yards. So he's looking at about a long 5 on this. Be second down and long 5. That ball is right at the 13-yard line of the Indians.
Regan goes under again. There's the snap. It'll be give to Birch. He hops across, and he'll, I believe, have enough for another Downs Law Firm first down up to the 7-yard line.
It's something we don't talk a whole lot about. Normally our fullbacks have been bruisers in the past, but T.J. Birch does a nice job of just kind of tiptoeing is what I want to call it, into that line.
There it is. I was pretty sure it was a first down. They will say first down Panthers.
Yeah, he got the ball down to the 7. So it is a first and goal situation for the Panthers.
Breen back under center. There's the snap. Ball will come out, and Tioga will recover in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Touchback.
Not sure what happened. Got flags everywhere now. That'll be the end of his night. Helmet's off. He's fighting his own men. I didn't see what caused the scuffle, but
I didn't either. There's some pushing and shoving going on. I don't know where it started from.
Yeah, it won't affect the play. That will be a turnover for the Panthers. The ball just popped out.
Looked like Birch was up, rolling on the pile. Sometimes when that happens, you get a ball punch or just strips the ball, and that very well could have been what happened.
Well, and I saw J-Rob was the defensive lineman was able to jump through, caught him in the back of the leg, and so he may have been going down as he was handing that ball off. Just not sure if it was not a clean exchange or what happened there, but it will be Tioga football. Ball will come out to the 20 depending on what the discussion is here in the penalty.
This could be an offsetting. I don't know.
It will be a touchback for Tioga after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Tioga, and it will be first down. So that'll be a half the distance penalty. Should put the ball down on the 10, William?
Should be at the 10-yard line, yes. With being a dead ball foul.
Yeah, Panthers the big answer right there, the chance to take a touchdown lead or extend their lead, and just a miscue.
Well, we touched on that a little bit, Ben, earlier in the show. That's something that the Panthers have kind of wrestled with here in the scrimmage and the jamboree. Something that's got to get cleaned up before you get into district play, and certainly when you go into the playoffs. So after they mark this penalty off, the ball will be put down at the 10-yard line.
Looks like the officials are waiting on a football.
And there were no ejections involved in that.
No. I was trying to find the Tioga player. He's down there somewhere.
He's in a red jersey.
Yeah. Well, there's a football. Will be first and 10 for Tioga at their own 10-yard line. 8:32 remaining in this first quarter. Again, first quarter brought to us by Arclitex Door and Window. Malone gets set. He'll have Pontier to his right this time. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. It'll be a give. This time a quarterback will keep it. English had a shot at him. Malone will gain 2. Panthers will have to send English out for a play. English had a shot at him, wasn't able to bring him down. That'll bring Ashton Bradford into the ballgame.
English had a shot at him for a loss. Keenan Green came up from the secondary, made the stop, but not before he picked up 3 yards on that carry. It'll be second down and 7 for the Indians at their own 13-yard line.
2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Pontier moves to the left of Malone in the backfield. Malone gets set and calls for it. There's the snap. Little play action pass, now looking for a shot. He's got a curl route. It'll be complete and then dropped. That'll be dropped, not complete. And that'll bring up a third down and 7.
Looked like he got caught looking upfield before the ball got to his hands. Jalen Bush was there to make sure he didn't get any more yards, but fortunately he dropped the ball. It's going to set up a third down and 7 for the Indians, again at their own 13. Panthers lead 17-6 with 7:47 left in this first quarter.
Indians get their call. Shotgun formation again. Malone now sends a man in motion. That's Christian Isles in motion. Looking for the H-back out. Intended for Isles. He'll be able to put his hands around it, but it'll touch the turf first, and that'll bring up a 4th down. That was a Cartown 3rd down, and Panther defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Tioga Indians.
You had a good job on the front end with Bagwell and pressure in Malone's face. He wasn't able to step into that pass, kind of shorted it. Good job on the back end there, just in case he caught it, but nice job of Bagwell getting the pressure to affect that pass.
So we will have the punting unit for the Indians come out. 7:41 remaining first quarter. Panthers lead 7-6. This 4th down brought to us by Sterlington Rehab. Back deep for the Panthers will be number 4, David Hickman, standing around his own 46-yard line. Bridges takes the snap. There it is. Nice punt. It'll take a Panther bounce. Hickman will field it, and he'll hold on to it and be tackled right at the 50-yard line. And that's where the Panthers will begin. 1st and 10. We'll step away for 30 seconds. Be right back with more Panther football.
The law offices of Street and Street, fighting for the injured in Louisiana. When you hire us, you get us. Our clients are represented by one of our seasoned attorneys with over 65 years of experience handling cases in Louisiana. Our goal is simple: to advocate and fight for the rights of the injured. Call today for a consultation. 318-325-4418. Street and Street.
Panther fans, we're back via I formation for the Panthers after they take over at the 50-yard line. J-Rob under center. We'll keep it this time. He'll fake the pitch, now turn up field, and he's got 5. He spins off 1 man, picks up 6, maybe 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
I believe they're going to give him 6 yards on that carry. Nice little fake on that pitch, Ben. That froze the defender, and he was able to cut up inside. With J-Rob's size, he's gotten bigger since last year. He can force it down the field. That's a good run by J-Rob Breen. Sets up a 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers at the 44 of the Indians.
It will be an I formation again. This time it'll be Birch and Hickman behind J-Rob in the I. There's the snap, tossed back to Hickman around that right side. He'll get tackled in the backfield back at the 46, loss of 2, and we'll have a 3rd down.
Really nowhere to go on that run. That penetration by the Indians up front. Was able to make that tackle for a loss. Lose about 2 yards on that carry. So you're looking now at a 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers at the 46 of the Indians.
I formation. There's a snap. Counter pass. J-Rob rolls out looking for a man. He's got Birch who makes the catch, and he'll get up to the 44-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and about – it's kind of a weird spot. No, let's call it a 4th and 3.
Stop quickly by number
Looks like the punting unit will come out for the Panthers.
4th down for Sterlington.
They were able to get back the yardage they lost.
And, William, we've just reached your favorite thing. This will be the LHSAA hydration timeout. We'll step away for 60 seconds and be right back with more Panther football.
Sustaining a brain injury due to someone else's negligence is devastating. Downs Law Firm can't change what happened, but they will fight to hold those at fault accountable and aggressively negotiate with insurance to recover fair compensation.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Panther fans, we're back. Panthers will get set to punt it away. We're at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Panthers lead 7-6. Presley Park Smith drops back to punt it away. And there's the whistle. Get everything set. Everybody's set. be a delay of game against the Panthers. So they'll back it up 5 yards.
Delay of game against Sterlington.
I think that was probably intentional. Give yourself a little bit more room. Ball goes back to the 48-yard line. I was trying to find the play clock, William. I guess there's not one here.
I have not found one.
Well, there I see it now. It's over there. It doesn't work. We've had that issue at home, so I understand. Panthers do get it set to punt it away. Park Smith takes it. Be a nice spiraling kick. Great punt. It'll come down. Unfortunately, we'll roll into the end zone. Beautiful kick there by Park Smith. Will be a touchback, and Tioga will come out 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
That's the exact kind of punt you want, too. It rolled over. That's a great punt. Just fortunately, it didn't dig in and come back like you'd like to see. But Park Smith did a great job on that punt. Now you see why they went ahead and took the yard.
Yeah.
So the Indians will have this ball at their own 20, 1st down and 10.
Panther defense trots back out. Lone receiver to the near side for the Indians. 2 receivers to the far side. Malone and Pontier in the backfield for Tioga. There's the snap. Will be a give to Pontier. He's got a big hole in the middle. And it'll be Connor Justice and some other Panthers who finish him off.
Connor Justice made the initial hit. Bagwell came in to make sure he finished him off. Picked up 8 yards on that carry. Ball's at the 28 of the Indians. 2nd down and 2.
Here for your Indians.
Same formation again. This time move the H back over to the far side. There's a snap, little counter play, give to Pontier. And he'll be taken down in the backfield. And there he is. Mr. English finds him again with the help of Trey Birch.
Man, great job of Stephen English taking on that lead block because he had 3 blockers coming at him, played off the block, and made the tackle for a loss.
Yeah.
Bring the ball back to the 26-yard
William, I think sometimes
line.
folks underestimate how strong Stephen English is. He don't look it on the hoof, but he's playing big in there tonight. 2 receivers near side. That'll be a false start against the Indians. Back them up 5 yards.
I would agree with you, Ben. He's not your prototypical defensive end, but neither
False start against Tioga.
No, but if you can take on blocks like that when men are outweighing you, that's impressive.
Absolutely.
So ball will go back to the 21-yard line. It'll be a Cartown 3rd down and 9 for Tioga. That Panther secondary going to get tested right here. 4:54 and counting first quarter. First quarter brought to us by Architects Window and Door. Malone gets set. He'll call for it. Panthers show blitz, and now they come. They get some heat. Malone steps up, and he's going to be sacked by the freshman Silas Ashley.
Man, that was a great job. Malone steps up in the pocket around the rush, and there's Silas Ashley just ready to drop him. And like we talked about, Silas is a big freshman, and he's really showing some things early in the season, in the scrimmage and the jamboree in particular. Looking forward to some big things from him, but nice job of catching Malone before he could get loose to pick up that 1st down. Sets up a 4th down and 12 for the Indians, and the punting unit comes out.
The BS Trojan rehab, 4th down. Hickman again standing around midfield. Bridges gets set. Now he'll punt it away over towards the near sideline. It will take a bounce. Thought Bush was going to get knocked into it. That was the deep snapper.
I just had Bush
Tucker Landry.
He looked like a pinball getting bounced around, and that ball's hopping. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, Bush versus the center, Tucker Landry, is not a good matchup for us.
No.
But to Jalen's credit, he took it and tried it off.
He sure did. Well, you said he's a soccer kid and he likes contact.
That's it.
Well, he got some there, and he gave some back. So after all of it's said and done, the Panthers have the ball at the 44 of the Indians. 1st down and 10 with 3:51 left in the first quarter. Panthers up 7-6.
I formation. Birch and Dismuke behind Breen. Toss back to Dismuke, trying to find some room. He'll stutter step, and he'll gain maybe 1, and that'll be it.
No running room for him on that right side. Really no creases opened up for him. Look like they're going to give him, yep, you're right, 1 yard on the carry. Ball's on the 43 of the Indians. Sets up a 2nd down and 9.
Dismuke will check out. Hickman will check in. I formation behind Breen. He's under center. There's the snap. Toss back to the Hickman on this side. Trying to find a hole. Now does. He's in the open field. Will get tripped up, but he'll have enough for a Downs Law Firm. First down to the 28-yard line.
You had some great blocking in there between Whitlock. Looked like Ferguson, Birch. Got that seam set up. He was able to get the ball down to the 28-yard line for the Indians, but first down and 10.
Yeah, Tarver on the tackle for Tioga. He made a shoestring tackle. I didn't even see him in there. There's the snap. This time Breen keeps it. He'll run through 2 defenders, hop through up to the 20-yard line. Nice gain. They'll say the 21. Second down.
Yeah, Cohen Henry made a touchdown-saving tackle. Looked like Breen made a good read and just powered his way forward. Got him down low. Got him to the 21-yard line of the Indians. That's going to set up a second down and 3.
I formation again. Breen under center. There's the snap. This time he'll keep it. He'll step through. He'll get up to about the.
Breen on the keeper again.
It's like they're going to say almost the 17. That'll be another Downs Law Firm. First down, and the Panthers are in business in the Ron Bush red zone.
That was just effort on Breen's part. They had him about a yard, 2 yards short of the first down, made the spin move back inside. And again, when you look at Breen, he's bigger this year.
Yeah.
Harder to bring down, but that's a first down and 10 for the Panthers.
Same formation again. We're going to have some movement on this far side, or on that far side. That'll be false start. Back the Panthers up 5 yards.
Just a flinch, but that's all it takes when you're on the end of the line.
Yeah, he flinched, and then the whistle didn't happen, so he was ready. But official just a little slow on what he saw, but he got it right. First down and 15 for the Panthers. 1:59 here in the first quarter. Panthers lead 7-6. They're knocking on the door again. First and 15. There's a snap. Toss back to Hickman, far side, trying to find some room. He'll run through a tackler up to about the 19. So he'll gain about 3 there. We'll have second down, call it 12.
On the carry, stopped by number 15, A.J.
Looked like
Adams.
A.J. Adams was in there pretty quick on Hickman. Think about Hickman, if you get him loose, he is dangerous. They were able to get him before he really got cranked up. 3 yards on the carry. Second down and 12 for the Panthers.
I formation again, Breen under center. There's the snap. Toss back to Hickman near side. Trying to find a hole, and he gets up to about the 15. That'll be about a 4-yard gain, and we'll have third down and 8.
Yeah, just working the other side of the line of scrimmage. They got it down to the 15-yard line. So this is a big play for the Panthers. They're looking at third down and 8 from the 15 of the Indians. You'd like to be able to punch this thing in for the 6.
I formation, receiver to the far side. There's a snap. Breen will keep it. Nope, this time he'll give it to Birch. Birch is across the 10 up to around the 8. It'll be just short of the first down, so we'll have a 4th and 1. I would imagine we'll see the Panthers go right here. There is an Indian down, so we'll have an injury timeout.
That was just a power play by Birch there, man. I mean, they were hanging on to him. Yeah, it was no decision really for Coach Doty. He's going for this. You really want to get that hurry-up snap, try to catch them off guard.
Trying to figure out what's going on. I don't think anybody called timeout. Or did the Panthers take a timeout?
Well, no, not that I know of. You know, number 3 went down. They blew the whistle for an injury timeout, so he'll come out.
Yeah, usually you don't get to go to the sidelines for that. I didn't think. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but they got it straight. Everybody's back out. Panthers have it 4th and 1. Ball sits on about the, we'll call it the 8. They've got to get to the 7. J. Rob under center. There's a snap. Quick give to Birch, and he's across the 5.
Number 6.
I don't want to start this too early, but the spots seem to be about a yard behind both ways, Tioga and us. Those guys are falling across the line of scrimmage. They're bringing you back almost a full yard. But still enough for a Downs Law Firm first down.
Should have been on the 4-yard line, I think.
There's a give. This time Breen will keep it. And he'll get tackled for a loss back to the 6.
Breen,
second down.
Keeper. Stopped by number 18, Joe Rose.
Call that a 1-yard loss. Yeah, I'm like you, Ben. It looked like that ball was around the 4-yard line.
Well, that will be the final play of the first quarter.
That'll bring us to the
Panthers lead 7-6. They'll have it second down and goal from the 6 when we return. We'll take 60 seconds. Be right back with more Panther football.
Neither snow-capped mountains nor puddles of water, nor unexpected detours with a 20-foot drainage pipe can stop the ruggedly capable Telluride X Pro from getting you to your dinner reservation on time.
Okay.
Kia, movement that inspires.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
Panther fans, we're back as we get set to begin the second quarter. Second quarter brought to us by Fence Depot. Panthers lead 7-6. They have it second down and goal from the Indian 6-yard line. If you're listening on the radio, they're moving left to right. When we have a moment, I want to give a shout out to our press box sponsor, Shawnuff Green. Your grass is always greener when you hire the Shawnuff Green team. I formation for the Panthers. It'll be a give to Birch.
Number 6.
He'll get ahead to the 2, and we'll have a third and goal from the 2. Panthers line back up and get set to go again. There's the snap. He'll give it to Birch. He'll spin his way. Should be in for the – they're going to mark him down just short. Again.
That one I do not understand. Birch reached across the line.
Big stop there.
Well, it'll be fourth down. Panthers waste no time. We're going to see the old goose play right here.
Yep.
And Breen will get in for the touchdown. There will be a flag on the play.
We have a penalty marker down. False start.
They're going to say false start.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
I didn't see it. I'm not going to say it didn't happen, but looks like the field goal unit will come on.
Well, first off, Birch reached across the goal line on that third down. Bill.
I agree there.
You can't tell me he did not do that.
So Panthers will try to get 3 here. It will be Jalen Bush to attempt this extra point. The holder will be number 42, Blake Shepard. I think we'll have another.
Penalty markers down.
They're going to say against the Panthers again. Yeah, kind of odd to see a false start penalty when number 6 was at the holder.
Yeah. Yeah.
We will have a timeout, Tioga. Timeouts tonight brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. So we'll step away for 30 seconds. Be right back with more Panther football.
Ready to sell? Ready to buy? Call David Bryant, your local Sterlington Realtor. David's dedication to his clients is unmatched. He'll listen to your needs, answer your questions, and guide you through every step of the process. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, David has the expertise to make your real estate dreams a reality. Licensed in Louisiana, each office independently owned and operated. David Bryant, your local Sterlington Realtor.
Panther fans, we're back. Panthers had it 4th and goal from the 1, but they're now back 4th and goal from the 11. We'll see a 28-yard field goal attempt from Jalen Bush. This field goal attempt brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Shepard to hold. There's the snap, kick, the hold. And I believe it's going to be wide left. No good.
Bush's kick, no good.
Panthers once again get to the doorstep, come away with nothing, and with 11:06 remaining second quarter, they still lead 7-6. Ball will come out to the 20-yard line for the Tioga Indians. William just missed opportunities there for the Panthers twice.
Very much missed opportunity. We were talking about adversity. This is one of those times when you got to kind of face up to adversity. You've had a couple of bad things happen to you, whether they're right or wrong, they happen. So instead of pouting about it, you just go out there and you smash them in the mouth.
Control what you can control.
You control what you control and take care of business. So the Indians have it at their own 20, first down and 10.
Twins receivers to the far side. Malone and Pontier in the backfield. Malone brings the man in motion. That should be an illegal procedure. They won't get that call. Ball's going to be thrown deep. Keelan Green with coverage. He was right there, and Johnson will make the catch, and he once again will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. There is a flag down at the 39-yard line.
It's kind of an odd place for a flag. Maybe defensive holding. You do not know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, the coverage was there. Just one of those.
It could be a sideline warning, William.
It won't affect. I don't think it's going to affect the score.
Doesn't look like it. It will be holding against the Panthers. They'll decline that. Touchdown, Tioga.
Generally, when you see one down that far on the field, it's going to be some kind of defensive holding.
That touchdown sponsored by the National Recruiting.
Once again, it's a long throw by Malone to Johnson for the touchdown.
80 yards. So we'll have an extra point pending, 10:54. And the second quarter starts just like the first quarter.
Thank you for reminding me.
I know. Bridges gets set to kick the extra point. There's the snap. Panthers got a little pressure. They will miss it, and this time Bridges is true. 13-7. Tioga leads the Panthers. We'll step away for 30 seconds. Be right back with second quarter action.
Tired of battling weeds and patchy grass? Sure Enough Green's got you covered. From weed control, fertilizer, irrigation, aeration, and tree and shrub treatment, Sure Enough does it all to keep your lawn looking its best. Need your yard clean? Call Sure Enough Green. Spraying solutions that work.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Fence Depot second quarter. Tioga strikes quickly on an 80-yard pass from Malone to Johnson to take the lead back 13-7. Bridges will get set to kick it away. It will be Hickman and Birch back deep for the Panthers. Bridges makes his approach. Be a nice high kick. Hickman's going to take it right at the 5. Now he's looking for the wedge. Trying to find some room and does. He's up across the 35, spins ahead to about the 38-yard line.
Number 4, Hickman on the return for the Panthers.
Coach Doty didn't like something on that play, but it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 39-yard line. 10:45 left to go in this second quarter. Panther fans coming up at the half. We do have the halftime show brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. We'll take about a 5-minute break at the half. We'll come back, and William and I will get you caught up on all the first half action. Go ahead, William.
No, let's get the play off.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. I formation. Breen under center. There's the snap. Will be a give to Dismute. He won't find anything.
Absolutely nothing there on the carry.
That was number 14, Dismuke on the carry.
Yeah,
Stopped
no
by
gain,
3,
so looking at second down and 10 from
Chase
the 39.
Thomas also in there in the mix.
Of the Panthers. But what I wanted to say was, Coach R.J. Harrison still does the special teams around here. I want to compliment him on his game plan tonight on these kickoffs, returns. Doing a good job.
Not Coach Harrison. He's the assistant principal.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Who we got now?
Coach Doty, I think it's a kind of a patchwork. Looks like we're going to have a penalty. I missed something there, William. I didn't see it.
Well, RJ did a great job.
RJ set us up for success, without a doubt.
That's it.
And he'll appreciate the shout-out. He's probably listening.
Probably so.
So it'll be second down and – no, it should be first down and 15.
First down and 15, yeah. It is.
Well, I see the 2 over there on the far side. Formation again. There's a snap. Toss back to Dismuke, trying to find some room. This time he'll stumble ahead, get the 5 back. Should be second down 10.
They're still showing it third down.
They are still showing it third down. Not sure how you get a 5-yard penalty and a loss of – well, they will say third down.
Make some noise for your Indians defense on third down for Sterlington.
It's third down and 11 for the Panthers. Panther offense really needs to pick this up. Twins receivers near side. Gun for Breen. He sends Birch out. Now he's empty backfield. He drops back looking for a man. He'll make it to Park Smith. He'll make one man miss. He's still spinning.
Pass is complete to number 13.
And he'll go down at the 41. It'll be fourth down. Punt team will come on for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Indians were able to get into that screen really before Park Smith could make a good move. Fourth down and 8. Ball at the 41.
Man, I'm really still confused on what happened there on first down. Seemed like we lost it down. Got a 5-yard penalty after the play. Punting unit is on. This punt brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. There's a snap. Park Smith will take it. This time it's a low line drive. Will take a Panther bounce and finally be down at the 22-yard line. Nice job of punting there. And it will be first and 10 Tioga at the 22. We'll keep it here. William, really first half so far, Panthers missed opportunities and two bombs over the top. Now you trail 13-7.
Yeah, that's the thing. The Panthers have been able to move the ball. Once they got in the red zones where we had the issues, Tioga has just been the 2 big plays. And, we talked about Malone and Johnson before the game. And
yeah, no secret there.
Yeah, they showed some things last year. Obviously, they've got their timing down much better now. They have the ball at their own 22-yard line, first and 10.
Shotgun formation. Malone calls for it. There's a snap. The give is to Pontier. He's trying to get through, and he will up to the 25.
21, Kenny Ponte on the
Give
carry.
Him 2 on the carry.
Stephen Ingles was able to come across down the line of
They're
scrimmage.
going to say 3 yards, sorry.
Stephen Ingles was able to come down the line of scrimmage, make that stop. Second down and 7. The Indians have it at their own 25-yard line.
8:15 counting. Panthers trail 13-7. Malone calls for it. Now brings a man in motion. There's a snap. Be a QB keeper up the middle. He's trying to find some room.
Number 17, Case Malone.
He'll get up about to the 31, and we'll have a Cartown third down for that Panther defense.
Looks to be
Franklin
a 6-yard gain.
Made the initial contact, drug him down, not before he picked up.
3rd and 1
Let's
here
call
for the Indians.
Let's call that 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 1 for the Indians.
There's a snap, a little QB give across the front. Will be a first down for the Indians.
Tioga, first down. Brought to you by National Tire and Auto.
Ball will sit at the 33-yard line. First and 10 for the Indians. They get their play call. Malone gets set. Calls for it. There's a snap. Will be a give to Pontier again. He'll squeeze ahead across the 40 up to about the 41. Big gain, second down.
Bagwell was there to trip him up.
Going to be an 8-yard gain. 2nd and 2 here for the
8
Indians.
yards on that carry. 2nd down and 2 for the Indians at their own 41.
Breland Davis will check in on the defensive line. There's a snap. This time it will be the shovel pass out to Johnson. And he'll fall down for a loss. Back at around the 37-yard line.
It's a nice job of stringing that out. Bagwell set that edge and was running down the line with him. allowed Frazier to come up in support. He went down before Frazier got there. A loss on the carry. Ball's back at the 37-yard line of the Indians. They're looking at a 3rd down and 6.
Cartown 3rd down for that Panther defense. 6:30 and counting here in the second quarter. There's a snap. Malone looking for a shot across the middle. It'll be caught for a 1st down up around the 48-yard line. Christian Isles on the reception from Malone.
Just a deep hitch route, came back. Keenan Green was able to make the stop. Now before he made the reception, got the ball to the 48-yard line of the Indians, be 1st down and 10.
Malone gets them set, and we'll have another LHSAA hydration timeout. Timeout tonight brought to you by Prime Star Home Health. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be back with second quarter action in just a moment.
Need a loan? Call Craftsman Federal Credit Union. If you're replacing worn out or damaged lawn equipment, appliances, or in need of a new automobile, Craftsman has money to loan. Whether you live or work in Morehouse, Richland, or West Carroll parishes, Craftsman can get you the money you need with some of the lowest rates around. Call or drop by and let the hometown folks at Craftsman make it easy and start enjoying your new purchase. Craftsman has money to loan. Craftsman Federal Credit Union, 805 East Cypress in Bastrop.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Fence Depot second quarter. Panthers trail 13-7 with 6 minutes remaining in the half. We've just taken our second hydration timeout. Of course, those in play all through the month of September. LHSAA makes that a requirement with the heat still kind of lingering around.
You didn't get your hydration break, did you?
I didn't take any that time. I probably should have.
It's getting a little muggy up here.
It is getting. The wind has kind of died here for the moment. Well, Panther defense is out there needing to get a stop. 1st and 10 for the Indians at their own 48-yard line. Got one receiver set to each side. Malone in the gun. Now brings a man in motion. There's the snap. He'll fake the shovel pass. Now goes straight ahead. He'll get to the 50, and that'll be Birch who grabs him and pulls him back. 2-yard gain.
2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 here for your Indians.
The Indians are getting a little movement up on the line of scrimmage. Like you said, Birch was able to come in through the traffic and make that stop. Ball's at midfield. 2nd down and 8 for the Indians.
2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Malone and Pontier in the backfield. There's the snap. This time they will give it. Panthers will meet him in the backfield and take him down. Birch was the first one there. English, Bagwell, finish him off.
Birch was the instigator there. He came in on a blitz. Got through the line, was able to get him by the shoestring to bring him down. That was a great play by Birch. That'll be a loss of 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Let's call it a long 10 for the Indians at the 48-yard line.
Cartown 3rd down. 5 minutes remain here in the first half. Panthers trail 13-7. Panthers secondary needing to make a stop. There's the snap. Malone drops back, looking for a man. He'll take a shot near sideline. Cooper in coverage. And he'll be able to knock it away. No flags.
Pass was intended for number 10, Angelo Shelton.
Man, that was a nice play by Nick Cooper. Had good position on him. Ball comes in. Cooper does not lose his head. Manages to get his hands in there and strip it out. Great job by Cooper. Stride for stride with the intended receiver. Sets up a 4th down. The Indians will bring the punting unit out. David Hickman will set up around the 25-yard line.
Sterlington rehab 4th down for that Panther defense as they get set to return the kick. Everybody gets set. Bridges calls for it. There's the snap. He handles it. Kind of a line drive over towards Hickman. He'll let it bounce. It'll take an Indian bounce, and it's still going. Going to roll down. Actually, they're going to say he touched it up at the 11-yard line. And so Panthers will come out 1st and 10. They're on 11, 4:39 on the clock, trailing 13-7 here in the first half.
You know, I didn't see him touch it. It's almost like he decided where it bounced.
Yeah, I think it bounced right off his shoulder.
It must have. This is a big drive for the Panthers.
Yeah, need to get something here, or at least get all 4:39 off of that clock, get in the locker room and regroup.
Yeah, you'll receive the ball in the second half.
That's right.
So you really want to try to make something happen on this drive. The Panthers start at their own 11, 1st and 10.
I want to give a special thank you to Sparks Nissan Kia. Every time the Panthers drive up the score, we'll drive a new Kia across the screen. Toss back to Dismuke. Stutters his feet, now trying to get outside. He'll get to the 14. Give him 3.
Number 14.
That's one of those things he's going to learn right there. Just plant one foot and go. The shuffle kind of gives everybody else time to catch up, but not a bad run. Pick up of. They're going to give him all the way to the 15, so we'll gain 4.
Gave him 4 yards. Nice. It was a nice block by Ferguson. Was able to kick out his man and let him pick up those yards. So you're looking at a 2nd down and 6 at the Panther 15.
High formation. They're going to get the Panthers for rocking right there. It'll be a 5-yard penalty and negate that 5-yard run. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Penalty marker thrown.
Yeah, that'll move it back to the 10-yard line.
False start against the Panthers.
2nd down and 11.
Kind of unfortunate there. He wasn't going. He was setting himself, but everybody else had already done it, so the late movement cost the Panthers 5. 2nd down. He's 2nd down 11, 4 minutes on the clock here in the first half. Bunch formation to the far side. Shotgun formation for the Panthers. Breen and Birch in the backfield. There's the snap. Breen will keep it. Little QB draw. Tioga doesn't bite. He'll gain maybe 2. Well, we'll give him 1 on the carry. 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a quarterback draw all the way. Tioga had men in position to shut him down. Picked up 2 yards. I don't know, Ben.
Park Smith will check in. He'll check in for the tight end, Chris Pearson.
That's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Panthers.
I think we're going to have a Panther timeout. Timeouts tonight brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. We'll keep it here. A big 3rd down here for the Panthers. You've got to get something, get out of the shadow of your own end zone. 1st down would be nice, but at least get some yardage and give yourself a chance to maybe get that ball on the other side of the 50.
Yeah, at this point, if you don't get it, you definitely got it. You're playing field position at this point. Like you said, Ben, there's 3:32 left in the 2nd quarter. You don't want to give them a short field to work on. We've seen Malone's got a big arm. He's got receivers that can get down the field. Johnson's the guy you got to really worry about. I mean, we've seen him make some other pass plays, but you don't want to give up a cheap one here at the end of the first half.
Panther fans, I want to remind you each week, check out Sterlington High School Athletics for the hype video brought to us each week by Ashley Storage. Also wanted to tell you that on Tuesday nights, we'll be back at Frenchman's Bend this week, 6 p.m. for the Lee Doty Coaches Show. We'll talk about this game and upcoming games and recognize our Players of the Week. Those Players of the Week brought to us by our First Security title and Mr. Mitch Houston. Shotgun formation for the Panthers. 3 receivers far side. There's the snap. Breen drops back. Looking, he's got a man out there, and it'll be just didn't make the throw. It'll be incomplete. And the Panther punt team will come on.
Tried to hit Crane. That's a pretty long throw as well. Had some pressure coming in. Breen didn't really have much of a choice. He was just trying to get the ball out at that point. So Presley Park Smith will come out to punt this ball back to Tioga. Jackson Tarver for the Indians set up at his own 45-yard line.
This punt brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Panthers missing a man. Runs on late, and he'll get set. Clock's winding down. Park Smith will take it. He'll launch a nice kick. Going to go over the head of the return man. And then finally will fall. He will get it across the 50, right about the 48. So it'll be 1st and 10 Tioga at their own 48-yard line. 3:18 remaining. Panthers trail 13-7.
Take the field at the 48-yard line.
Not a bad kick there, William. About 38 yards on that.
Yeah, he got a decent roll on it.
40.
13-7.
42. There we go. From the 10 to the.
Did you get your calculator?
I had to think there for a second. The numbers were getting confusing on me.
Look, I told you. It's been a long day. My thinking is not as clear as it
you and them
should
long road trips to Jackson, Mississippi. Or y'all go to Jackson last night? Is that where y'all were?
Jackson. We got to go to San Antonio next week. But I will be there for the Ravel game.
Committed.
I am, man.
1st and 10 for the Tioga Indians. They've got one man out wide to the near side. Man now comes in motion across the formation. There's the snap. Be a give to Pontier. He's trying to find that edge. He's not going to find it, and he'll lose yards back to the 45-yard line. That'll be a 3-yard loss. Be second down 13.
That's a good job of Bagwell. He forced it back up inside. Silas Ashley was there to make the tackle, came down the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3-yard loss on that carry. Second down and 13 for the Indians at their own 45-yard line.
Gun formation, 2 receivers far side. Malone rolls right, looking for a man. He'll toss it out in the flat to Isles. He'll gain the yardage back, but Justice with a nice tackle on the far sideline. There is a flag on the play.
I think you're going to have a hold here. The ball was thrown right.
Will be a holding penalty, so that'll be a replay of the second down. Should make it second and about 23.
Are you sure?
Well, no, I'm never sure because I feel like the rules change on me. Is it a spot? It won't be a spot foul. Should be from the original line of scrimmage, right?
Should be.
They'll put the ball down on the 35.
From the original line of scrimmage. I liked it as a spot foul because that would give us another 3 yards.
That's
you know
right.
So
if second down 23.
Rules, let's just make them up
there we
here,
go.
You know?
2:39 remaining first half. Panthers trail 13-7. It is second down 23 for the Indians. Right here, you got to know where Johnson is. There's a snap. Looking for a screen pass out to number 10. He'll drop it. Incomplete.
Tried a little tunnel screen. Pressure coming from Bagwell, forced an early pass.
Intended for number 10.
Green was there. Green did a nice job of closing there.
That's right. Green saw it, came up quick to close. Good job on both ends of that play.
Third and long here.
Going to set up again a third down and 23 for the Indians at their own 35-yard line. 2:29 left in this first half. Panthers trail 13-7.
Cartown third down for that Panther defense again. Malone pointing out the defense, trying to set the protection. Now calls for it. There's the snap. Bagwell's closing in. He'll just chunk it up. Panthers will watch it be caught. And that's Johnson again. Not sure what happened there.
I have no idea. You had 3 Panthers around him.
There is a flag back at the 20. I believe it's going to be roughing the passer. It will be, so that'll move it even closer. Ball's on the 33.
So that'll take it down. Yeah, that'll take it down to the 17. But I don't know what to say about that. You had 3 Panthers surrounding him, and he just jumps up and makes the catch.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to say right there. It looked like we just watched him make the catch. You can't do that. Somebody go grab him, hit him, knock the ball down, do something. But right there, Panthers just could not get to the football.
Well, you had the pressure coming in on Malone.
Ball will go down on the 18, so the Indians will be in the red zone. 2:18 remaining here first half. Panthers had a shot right there, third down and 23, and allow the Indians to convert. That'll drive a head coach crazy. Shotgun formation. 2:08 and counting. Malone calls for it again. Man comes in motion. Quarterback looks to keep it straight up the middle, and he'll be pulled down from behind. Silas Ashley and Cam Bagwell converge.
Yeah, good tandem tackle there.
Malone on the keeper.
Only got a yard on that carry.
2-yard gain, second and 8 for your Indians.
Second down and 9. The ball is on the 17-yard line of the Indians, of the Panthers.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. There's the snap. Give will be to Pontier straight ahead. He'll get across the 15. Will be a flag on the play.
Running right up the middle.
We'll see who this is against.
You expect that to be an area of holding right up in the line at the point of attack.
We'll be holding on the Indians. Good eyes there, William.
Thank you.
Or at least good thoughts. I'm not sure if you saw it or you just knew.
Against Tioga.
It was in the area.
Yeah, I just got those powers.
That's it. Ball will go back to the 27-yard line. So we'll have a second down 19. Malone gets set. making some changes to his offense, letting them all know, setting protection and all those things. Now Malone lines them up. There's a snap. He drops. It's going to be a QB draw straight ahead. Birch will meet him in the hole. No gain. May even have lost one there, William. I'm not sure where the spot will be.
I think they're going to say no gain, but that's a great job. Birch blowing that play up. That ball is on the 28-yard line of the Panthers. They've got to get to the 8. So you're looking at a 3rd down and 20 for the Indians. That clock continues to run. It's at 38 and counting.
34 seconds now on the clock. 13-7 Tioga over the Panthers here in the second quarter. Cartown 3rd down again for that Panther defense. William, they better know where number 1 is. There's the snap. And he's going to take a shot near side to the other guy. And it'll fall incomplete. Just all Bush has to do is turn around right there. He makes contact. And it'll be pass interference.
Yeah, you're right. If he looks around, maybe a little bit better situation.
He may pick it off.
Prior to that, you got a little push off from number 10 of Tioga. No flag for that.
Pass interference against the Panthers.
So that'll be a 50. Well, it'll be a half the distance to the goal. Well, it'll be a 10-yard.
Still be penalty. A Cartown 3rd down.
Yeah.
Ball will go down at the 14. So he's got to get 6 yards. It'll be Cartown 3rd down and 6 for Tioga. 15 seconds on the clock. Malone gets him set. Calls for it. There's a snap. He rolls to his right. Bagwell giving chase. It'll be complete. There'll be a flag on the play. Not sure what the flag will be.
Not sure. There's good pressure from Bagwell, and Voker made the tackle. You got to
be a personal foul against the Panthers.
Unless they're trying to say they hit a defenseless receiver, and I don't. You're going to have to explain that one.
I can't. That white coming off of that scoreboard makes it a little hard to see. Coach Doty asking for an explanation.
I would like an explanation. He makes the catch on a crossing route. He's hit on both sides.
So it'll be a half the distance. Will be timeout Tioga. 8 seconds.
Timeout called by Tioga.
Ball's on the 9. It'll be 3rd down again and 1. We'll keep it here as this second quarter plays out. Panthers trail 13-7, and there's been a few things tonight. I'm just not sure.
Ben, what did we have? We had 3rd down and 23 at one point.
3rd down and 23. Had a 3rd and 19. Got the pass interference here. So we've had 3rd and 23 and 3rd and 19 on this drive.
I want to make a point right here. We were at 2nd and 20 or whatever it was. The referee's going to get credit for the yardage gained on this because, my goodness, you've got them in a 3rd and 20 or 23, and now we're staring at 3rd and 1. I mean, I would really like to know what the personal foul was over on the far sideline. You and I could not see.
Yeah, he didn't call face mask. He just called personal foul.
Yeah, if it's a face mask, you're going to see, they'll show the face mask signal. Is this even 3rd? This is 3rd and inches.
It's right there. They got to get to the 8. The ball is just inside the 9.
8 seconds remain on the clock.
Kind of setting up for a fade route. We'll see if that's what they do.
You got Johnson on the near side.
There's a snap. He'll roll there. Roll out. He'll just throw it, and it's caught. Touchdown.
Unbelievable. Had pressure coming from Bagwell. Still was able to get the ball out with 2 seconds left on the clock in the first half.
Touchdown sponsored by the National Automotive Group.
Touchdown from
Malone.
I was going to call him Mason. Malone to Isles.
Yeah. Glad I could help you out there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The extra point pending. 2 seconds remain. There's a snap. Panthers had a shot at it. And it's no good.
Bridges misses the extra point.
Sam Frazier with the pressure. So with 2 seconds remaining second quarter, Panthers now trailed 19-7.
Well,
sometimes that's the way the football goes. Panthers had a chance to go up with 2 scores, really 21-6, and now trailed 19-7.
Yeah, we had a fumble in the first quarter, and then we had I think you and I had the same opinion, not a very good call by officials. So, yeah, this could easily be 21 in the column of the Panthers. But, hey, it is what it is at this point. So the Panthers will take this kickoff, and they do get the ball to start the second half. And we've seen them in these situations before, so get in there at halftime. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, and we'll see where that goes.
So Tioga gets set to kick it away. Hickman and Birch back deep. Bridges makes his approach. Be a squib kick towards the near sideline. Birch will watch it roll out of bounds, so we'll have 1st and 10 at the 35. Looks like Coach Doty's going to elect to make them re-kick. So they'll mark it off 5 yards.
Well, the way your kick return unit's been working tonight, why not?
Yeah, I have to think you'll see a squib here, but I bet you this time it's bouncing right down the middle. You won't play with that sidelines. If it goes out, Coach Doty's plenty happy to let you keep backing up 5 yards.
Exactly. They move Hickman up to the third line.
That'll be number 28 back deep.
Brock Sutton, the freshman.
Will be that old right down the middle bounce. Sutton will take it. Trying to find some room, looking for a hole, and now he's at the far sideline. He's at the 40, 35, 30, 25, 21 man to beat, 10, 5. Touchdown! They're going to say no.
No, it's touchdown.
Touchdown.
On this end.
You got a flag in the end zone.
And you got a horse collar to top it off. The
freshman
comes in with a big play. And let me say this, I just mentioned it. Cade Hickman came up to David Hickman. I'm sorry, I got Cade Hickman. David Hickman stepped up to that next line, and Sutton dropped back. I'm thinking, wow. Okay, let's see where that goes. What a huge play. So now they're discussing this with Coach Doty. Now, with that being a horse collar, they may get to enforce that on the kickoff in the second half. Yeah, so, man, that was a big penalty there because they back the ball at 15 yards to start the second half for the Indians. But, man, what a big turn of events with Sutton. Wow. Did you see that coming?
So with no time left, we will have the extra point. Touchdown will be good. Personal foul, horse collar against Tioga.
Yeah, that would be enforced.
It will be enforced on the kickoff. So Panther extra point team will come out. Again, that touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. But Jalen Bush will come out to try the point. Swinging gate for the Panthers. J-Rob is out. He goes under. There's a snap. He'll dive ahead. There will be a flag on the play. False start. False start against the Panthers. They'll back it up 5. They'll retry. So a little discussion now about what's going on. I think they'll get to retry it because I think he blew it dead. They will. Ball will go back to the 8, so that one kind of works in the Panthers' favor. Now they'll hold to try the extra point. There's the kick. Came out funky, and it's no good.
Yeah, no good.
19-13, our score at the half. Panthers trail, but they'll get the ball to start the second half. We'll step away for about 5 minutes and be back with the Prime Star Home Health halftime show. 5 minutes. We'll see you soon, Panther fans.
Sustaining a brain injury due to someone else's negligence is devastating. Downs Law Firm can't change what happened, but they will fight to hold those at fault accountable and aggressively negotiate with insurance to recover fair compensation.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
While some banks focus on the now, Cross Keys looks toward the future, providing our customers with the latest and greatest in financial technology. But a bank is nothing without its people. While our competitors try to stay ahead of the curve, we are the curve, nurturing some of the greatest financial minds in the country. For what better represents the future of banking than the next generation?
For over 50 years, Cartown's been servicing Northeast Louisiana, and the Sterlington Panthers have been a huge part of our growth. And for that, Cartown Tires and Service would like to say, go Panthers!
Community banking is not just what we do.
It's ingrained in who we are.
It's our mission to serve our community.
By providing a banking experience you can trust.
We offer financial solutions
to help our region thrive.
Personal hometown service.
We look for opportunities
to strengthen the neighborhoods in which we work and live.
Rooted in the community.
We support our families, our neighbors, and our friends.
We are Marion State Bank.
And have been for 100 years.
Sterlington Rehabilitation Hospital and Rural Health Clinics offers inpatient and outpatient services. And they're now offering LSVT big treatment to those suffering from Parkinson's disease. They're seeing many documented improvements in patients, such as faster walking with bigger steps, improved balance, better movement in the torso, and a reduced risk of falling. They're LSVT big certified. Please come by and see one of their certified clinicians today.
Emma Futrell and Lizzie Johnson.
Panther fans, welcome into the Prime Star Home Health halftime show. And Panthers trail 19-13 here at Tioga in a first half that really was for the Panthers full of miscues. And I had a couple chances on the goal line and fumbled the ball from the 2 there on one of their about the second drive of the first quarter. Fumbled in through the end zone. Tioga recovered for a touchback. Had another chance there in the second quarter, got down across the goal line and looked like Birch scored. Officials ruled him down just inside the 1, and Panthers had a miscue there, backed it up 4th and 6, and unable to get points. And at that point, you're thinking, hey, we could be up 21-6, but instead they trail 19-13. And really the story of the first half has been the big play ball from Malone to Johnson.
Yeah, it really is. We were looking at the stats through the halftime, and rushing yards was 30 yards.
18 carries for 30 yards for Tioga.
For 30 yards. You had some positive run plays with them, but the Panther defense has done a pretty good job of stuffing it up in the middle. However, when you look at the yardage passing, Ben, what was the
They are
total?
6 of 10 for 185 yards passing, 4 catches for 165 to Johnson.
For Johnson, yeah. You had one hitch route over here.
Yep.
Then you had the small, short completion over there, which we still don't know what the personal foul was on that play. But as it turned out, we got a gift at the end of the first half with that kickoff return from Sutton, the freshman. And when he broke it open, Ben, I was just concerned. I said, this is a freshman. Is he going to outrun him? And, yeah, y'all have said quite a bit about his athletic ability. That's a great job by him getting up the field.
No, freshman gets in there and gets a chance. And, on every kickoff tonight, the Panthers have gotten that wedge formed pretty well and have had some good returns. Birch opened the game after the big touchdown by Tioga to start the first quarter. Birch took it back all the way inside Tioga territory down to the 35-yard line. And then the next one, I believe we had another good turn of about 30 yards. And then there, Sutton saw a crease, and then when he turned him on, I thought maybe the guy was going to catch him, and the guy does catch him right at the goal line, but too little too late. Touchdown Panthers. And William, you kind of hope as that coaching staff's in there, Panthers get the ball to come out. The thought has to be, hey, that might be the spark that we needed to get back in this thing, because if not, you weren't careful, you could come out and just beat yourself down.
Oh, yeah, and the nice thing about it, you had the horse collar at the end of that run, which will be taking it or enforced on that kickoff to start the second half, which the Panthers received. So that's going to help us going into that second half. Hopefully we'll get a short field out of that. I tell you, with the way they've been returning the ball, the Panthers hopefully get good field position and can erase this. You know, the one little downer is when we didn't get that extra point.
Missed two of those. Just one of those. That's right.
Yeah, so we missed the one there after the kickoff return. But, hey, look, you're right. We got some momentum now.
Yeah.
And look, when you take into account, when you looked at the penalty situation, that's not in our favor either.
No, the penalties were the story of the second quarter.
11 penalties for 83 yards compared to their
5 penalties for 35.
So,
yeah, they're making little mistakes. We're making big mistakes of the 15-yard variety.
And, you know, you always talk about turnovers. Well, that turnover down here, the second drive really hurt the Panthers. And you think about it, they had a turnover with the kickoff.
They lost one too.
They lost that, and we weren't able to cash in on it. So those things kind of build on themselves. And the good thing is, like you said, you got halftime. And I've said this before. You think, a lot of people think Coach Doty goes in there and he's railing them. No, a lot of times, he treats them like me, and here's the problem.
Yep.
We're going to straighten this out, and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to stay live on YouTube, but for our radio fans, we're going to take a 2-minute break and let those of you watching YouTube watch our prancing Panthers on the field. So we'll take a 2-minute break on radio. YouTube, you guys hold tight as the girls dance. 2 minutes. Panther fans, we're back here at the Prime Star Home Health Halftime Show. And if you were watching on YouTube just now, you got to see our Sterlington dance team do a great job there performing at the half. And if you're just joining us back on radio, we are at the half, about 8.5 minutes left here in halftime. Panthers trail 19-13, a game that was 19-7. And really, William, you got 2 seconds on the clock. The first, after the touchdown for Tioga, they're going to try just to kick it towards the sideline, hoping Panthers will just catch it, get on the ground, a couple seconds run off the clock, and that's it. Ball goes out of bounds. Coach Doty says, hey, re-kick that joker. And on the second try, Tioga kicks a squib kick right down the middle. Panthers do a good job on the front few lines getting out of the way, and the freshman Brock Sutton picks that ball up at the 23-yard line and makes his way to the house.
78 yards. And really
22-yard line.
Yeah, yes, 22-yard line. But like you said, on that kick return team, the blocks have been there all night long. So, it's been a kind of a rough first half, but you're only one score behind, and you get the ball to come out. And let's talk about the offense.
Have moved the ball well. Yardage is not big because we've got some short fields. We've got, I was just looking a moment ago, I believe we've got 21 carries for 119 yards. And, of course, Washington started the game with the one big kind of reverse play, 36 yards for the touchdown. And then Birch has 6 carries for 24 yards. Breen has 6 for 30. And then Hickman has, I think, just about 4 carries for 29 yards. So decent amounts, kind of spreading the ball out on that. Passing's just 2 of 3 for 6. But Panthers have had short fields, and so they've been able to get down to the goal line and just haven't finished it.
Right.
And so that's some of the conversation in the locker room. I don't know that you really have to change anything. You would like to see some of those fullback dives. The counter has kind of been a surprising play for us tonight. Normally that's a big play for us, and I don't know that we've gained more than 3 or 4 yards total on that play.
We really haven't. It seems like we made most of our yardage on the outside, and you're right. It's really – I've really been kind of surprised on the counterplay. I'm glad you mentioned that because it's a little obvious at this point. We've got, on the passing game, I can't say that really Breen's had any time to really set up on anything, and really we hadn't focused much on it at this point. But this is typical Panther football. You
Yeah.
don't run the ball. If you don't turn the ball over down here on that second drive, it's a whole different complexion here.
Yeah.
You're actually up. And I'm not playing second guessing anything. I'm just
Let me give you another stat that may blow your mind a little bit. Without looking, can you tell me how many first downs Tioga had in the first half?
All right, let's see. You had those big chunk plays. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they probably had 5.
4.
4.
Your defense gave up 4 first downs, and you're trailing 19-13.
Yeah.
That's just that big play capability from Johnson and from Malone. And I keep going back to that secondary, and we talked about at the top of the show. Just the reality is they're going to grow. They've got to get more reps, and in position a couple of times on Johnson. The second touchdown he had of the night, Green was right there. Mm-hmm. Doesn't knock the ball down, but also doesn't make the tackle, and all of a sudden that guy's walking in the end zone with nobody else around him.
Well, it's kind of obvious that Johnson is a strong receiver too. He raked him, and he still was able to hold on to that ball. So. Green's wrapped around, rakes him. He holds on the ball and pulls loose.
Yeah.
So this isn't like you got, like he's 6'6".
Yeah, he's not guarding me.
Yeah, it ain't like he's 6'6", 140. I mean, this guy, he's 18, I'm sure, maybe 19.
There's a reason he's got D1 schools looking at him.
That's right, exactly
to come play receiver.
So if you mitigate him, their offense has really been somewhat stagnant.
Yeah.
It really has. So yeah, maybe you make some adjustments. I guess the one I get most frustrated in is when you got 3 Panthers and he settles in the middle of them. And that kind of goes to that maturing process you've been talking about. Ben, I think we got the right athletes back there. I really do.
I agree.
I really think those guys are going to be good.
They're I hope they don't hear me say any of these things and think, he just doesn't think we can do it. No, I believe absolutely they can do it. It's just getting in the right positions and then making plays.
Exactly. Well, what does Coach Doty always say? And you laugh about it.
Just get them lined up.
He said, I just hope they line up in the right spot.
Yes.
And that 90% of it is being in the right spot to make the play. If you're not in the right spot, you're going to miss it 100%.
Well, whether it was Coach Sims and even now with Tannehill, they would both tell you, hey, if we can get lined up correctly, we like our chances against just about any play call.
Exactly.
And so when you get out of position and then on those deep balls, to Tioga's credit, even the deep ball, because Johnson's so fast, it's not a lot of time in the backfield for him to sit and wait and give our guys time to close. They're getting rid of the football relatively quickly and just throw it and let him go get it.
Yeah, and I'm going to credit Malone a couple of times. He had Bagwell in his face, and one of those where you had to roughen the passer, he was on him, and he still got the ball down the field. That was the one where they had the 3 defenders around him. But again, I think you said it yourself, reps. The more these guys are playing, we said that in the pregame show, that they're going to get better, they're going to mature, they're going to recognize things, they're going to see things. When Sam Frazier started as a freshman, it was a struggle early in the season, but he really caught it in the second part of the season. And now you see Sam Frazier out there, and he's a guy you could lock up on anybody and feel comfortable about it. With Johnson, he's a guy you got to have top, help over the top with your safeties.
Yeah.
So that goes back to what we're talking about, being in the right position. So, when you got great players like that, you got to account for them.
Yeah.
And you got to be in the right spot.
Yeah, and then of course the few times that you kind of have a chance and you end up grabbing a jersey for a guy who had 2 catches for like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, if he gets behind you, we'll take the 15.
Exactly.
That if that's going to happen, then don't let him catch it, break 3 tackles and score. Go ahead and don't make sure he doesn't catch.
Dump him and take that 15.
But offensively, as we come back out, I know Coach Breen, I can just tell by the way he's walking right now. He's been in there and had a conversation, and it's execution at this point. You just got to get where you're supposed to be, do what you're supposed to do, and make the adjustments as you go. But I'm sure Coach Doty, those guys will have them locked in as we make our way into the end of halftime. We got about a minute and a half left. So we'll take our final timeout here at the halftime. You've been listening to the Prime Star Home Health halftime show. Panthers trail the Indians 19-13, but the second half will be set to begin in 90 seconds. We'll be back with more Panther football.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
Sustaining a brain injury due to someone else's negligence is devastating. Downs Law Firm can't change what happened, but they will fight to hold those at fault accountable and aggressively negotiate with insurance to recover fair compensation.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Neither snow-capped mountains nor puddles of water, nor unexpected detours with a 20-foot drainage pipe can stop the ruggedly capable Telluride X Pro from getting you to your dinner reservation on time.
Okay.
Kia, movement that inspires.
+3. Panther fans, we're back, and they just added 3 more minutes to the halftime clock, and so we'll keep it here, but we'll get in set for third quarter action in just a moment.
You know, Ben, when you look back at the game last year, I went back and watched that. The score was 21-13 till 10:45 in the fourth quarter. So
yeah, just flip the script this year.
Flip the
scoreboard
script,
wise.
You know, and you know. Both teams last year, they were pretty equal, you know. So it's not like we're coming in here steamrolling Sicily Island, who doesn't exist anymore. So I'll use them as an example.
Poor Sicily Island.
Yeah, it's bad. But anyway.
Home of the old Notre Dame box.
Yeah, you remember that.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. My dad played at Sterlington back when Sicily Island was in the district.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
Panther fans, we've got some time ticking down. I want to, again, if you're listening to the Panther broadcast tonight, our premier sponsor is McDonald's. I want to say a special thank you to McDonald's and all their support of Panther football and Panther athletics, and great friends of the program. If you're listening on 92.3 FM, The Wolf, our new partner this year, that is made possible by our title sponsor for radio, Domino's Pizza of Sterlington. Just moved to the area and already becoming a great place for families to grab dinner on the go. So appreciate those guys and their sponsorship of Panther football. Also want to say thank you to Jim Taylor Chevrolet for sponsoring our coin toss tonight. And to remind you, this Tuesday night at Frenchman's Bend Clubhouse, we'll have the Lee Doty Coaches Show. I'll sit down with Coach. We'll talk about tonight and the things that went right, wrong, and everything in between, then get you set for next week's game at home versus Ravel. And so if you're out and about looking for something to do on Tuesday night, come join us at Frenchman's Bend. Love having a great crowd there each and every Tuesday night for the Lee Doty Coaches Show. We'll also recognize offensive and defensive players of the week, and that's made possible by First Security Title and Mr. Mitch Houston. Also want to say thank you to Craftman Federal Credit Union, their sponsor of the student section at home and on the road. And then again, thank you to our press box sponsor, Shawnuff Green. Your grass is always greener when you hire the Shawnuff Green team. And then one last sponsorship as we wait on this time to expire. Fifth quarters all season long brought to you by Bayou Bowl. When you hear us announce those names and ads, please go by during the week and tell those folks thank you for supporting local high school athletics.
We want to thank them for their continued partnership and support of Tioga
All
High
right.
School.
They will kick. Looks like Tioga will get set to kick this ball away. They will kick from the 25-yard line. So Panther return team will get to move up. I thought we might see Sutton back out there. Looks like he's moved up to that far side, though, and then it'll be Hickman and Birch back deep. So we are set. Third quarter tonight brought to us by Cross Keys Bank. I couldn't remember. Got it. Third quarter, Cross Keys Bank. Bridges makes his approach. Be another squib kick. This time it'll be Crane. He'll put his knee down. right there near the 40. Let's see where they actually mark it. They're going to go up to the 40.
Number 18, Noah Crane.
Yard line, just across the 40. 1st and 10, Panther offense will come out. 1 second ticked off the clock.
Looks like Tioga has decided not to kick back deep again.
Well, that's kind of the same thing they did to end the half right there.
Well, but they did
kick
it to the
deep,
side
scrimmage.
this
Yeah,
time.
they found out where Sutton was. I already said, hey, don't kick it to that freshman again.
Yeah.
And a Crane probably had a good return set up. Just knee was on the ground when he picked it up.
That's
So
right.
Panther offense comes out. I formation. It'll be Birch and Dismuke in the eye behind Breen. Breen under center. There's the snap. Birch got a little bit of a head start, but he'll push up to the 40, almost the 45, be second down.
He definitely got a little bit of a head start. Managed to pick up
That'll be
5
a
yards
gain.
on the carry.
Second down, Panthers.
So that's going to set up a second down and 5.
Look at that offensive line. I believe that is Seth Deere that is checked in on the offensive line, number 64. Twins receivers set to the near side. There's the snap. Give ahead to Birch. He'll fight ahead
Number
to
6,
about the
TJ
48, and we'll have a third down in about 2.
TJ's
That'll be
working
a
the middle.
3-yard gain.
Looks like he got a little head start on that one as well.
3rd and 2 here for Sterlington.
Panthers will stay in the Twins formation. 2 receivers near side. Coach is getting in the ear of the referee on the fullback. There's the snap. Birch takes it. No, actually be Breen this time. He's across the 50. He'll protect the football,
Number 7,
but he'll have enough for a Downs Law Firm. First down into Tioga territory.
Yeah, I think, well, we're going to have a cramp on one of the Indians there.
Looks like a couple of cramps
Got a
as one
couple
guy
of them.
comes off.
Yeah, it looks like it. But Breen kept that ball and picked up enough yards to get down to the 48 of the Indians' first down. Really looked like Birch had a lane as well. I think they would have done well either way. You know, with this kind of humidity, you're going to see these cramps early in the season. It's very heavy. And 2, they do have a couple of players going both ways.
Yeah, it looks like big number 65 has checked in. He's an offensive tackle, but has checked in on defensive line. That's Narada Roy for Tioga. And William, you and I coming down, we talked about Champion. There he is, number 3. And just looking at, that was the big kid we were talking about, and he's been in there off and on in one of the linebacker positions, I believe. So number 10 will come off. That's Angelo Shelton. And it looks like just a cramp. He'll stretch that out. Panthers have it 1st and 10. The Tioga 48-yard line, 10:45 left here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. Panthers trail 19-13. Panthers will flip the formation. 2 receivers go to the far side. I formation behind Breen, under center. There's the snap. Breen gives it this time to Birch. He'll push ahead. Good surge there by that offensive line up to the 42. Give him 6, second down.
Birch again on the carry.
Yeah, right now the Panthers are getting good movement right in the middle of that line of scrimmage.
Another 5-yard gain. Second down, Sterlington.
Ben, I know what you're thinking.
I'm going to quit saying it. Nice gain on second down. That's all I'm going to say. Nice gain on second down.
Yeah.
I'm always off by a yard for some reason.
2nd and 5. You're not.
Twins receivers far side. There's the snap. Give to Birch again. He's across the 40. We'll see where they mark it down. Is there a flag on the play?
Yeah, they are marking it a full yard behind. I watched that. It's like they're marking it where his knee goes down and not where the ball is.
I think Panthers didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage. That'll be a 5-yard penalty.
False start against Sterlington.
It's an illegal formation. You had the 2 receivers, the Twins receivers, both were in the backfield, I believe. One of those guys has to get on the line of scrimmage. So that'll move the ball back to the 48, and we'll have second down and 10.
But to your point, I watched, he's right in front of us here. It's like they're marking it where his knee goes down and not where the ball is.
Yeah. which would, if that's the way they're marking you, that explains the touchdown that was not called a touchdown in the second quarter. Now we got everybody where they're supposed to be. I formation. There's a snap. Panthers toss it back. Dismuke puts a head down. He'll get up to the 42. There's no way, William. There's no way. He did it again.
He did. It's the same line official over here.
Well, I'm watching the far guy doing the exact same thing.
This line judge over here has been doing it. The line judge he marked the last one there. So now you're looking at 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers. That's a nice run by Dismuke.
Twins receivers near side. There's a snap. Be a give to Birch. He'll get to the 41, and that's it. We'll have a 4th down upcoming.
Big stop right there. Number 69, Terry Fogelman.
Yeah, clogged up pretty bad in the middle.
4th down for the Panthers.
So you look at 4th down and a long 3. No, actually, it's 4th down and 3. Coach Doty, it's like he's going to go for this.
He's going to go for it.
Defense.
Make sure everybody gets where they're supposed to be. Twins receivers far side. I formation for Breen. There's a snap. Toss back to Dismuke near side, trying to find some room. He'll stretch ahead, and he'll have enough, I believe. Better wait on the spot.
Number 14, Dismuke on the carry.
He got it. If you go by this near line, Judge, he made it.
That will be a Downs Law Firm 1st down for the Panthers.
That reach at the end by Dismuke. He didn't get the full reach, but he moved it up enough to get the 1st down. So the Panthers have the ball at the 38 of the Indians, 1st down and 10.
Clock continues to run. 8:40 here left in the Cross Keys Bank 3rd quarter. I formation for the Panthers. There's the snap. Give to Birch. He'll hesitate a little bit.
Number 6.
Get up to about the 33. Give him 5 on that one. 2nd down.
They're sticking with Birch up the middle. Right now, he's clipping 4 or 5 yards a carry.
And you can definitely live with that from your fullback.
You sure can. Now we got another cramp.
Yeah, this is what I was interested to see, William. They've got a lot of big guys that play both sides of the football. The heat's a little heavy, and just see how they handle it. Panther fans, we're going to hold it here. We won't take the break. Looks like it's just a cramp. They'll get him off and get him what he needs. Go ahead, William.
Just to go back and say he did pick up 5 yards on that carry, Ben, so they've got the ball at the 33-yard line. But this is not sexy. This is a Panther drive, you know.
Yeah.
If you can just grind that sucker out 4 or 5 yards a lick, you always say you stay ahead of the chains.
Well, and you keep Malone and Johnson on that sideline too.
Exactly, and you keep these guys, this front line for Tioga. And you, as you said, there are some going both ways.
Yeah, Johnson's out there, 15 on the defensive line. He plays H-back a lot. I formation, little freeze play. Now Breen looks over. Twins set to the far side. There's a snap. Give again to TJ. This time he's up to the 25, and a Downs Law Firm 1st down.
Right now, the offensive line is getting some pretty good creases for Birch. With his size and speed, him coming through the line, he's going to pick up that yardage. But he got the ball to the 25-yard line of the Indians. It's going to be another 1st down and 10 for the Panthers.
Panthers stay in the I formation. There's a snap. This time Breen's going to keep it, trying to find some room. He'll spin again, and he's inside the 15 to the 14. Downs Law Firm 1st down for J. Rob Breen.
Yeah, it's a 14 for the 1st down. You know, Ben, we talked about this last week. Your pitch man's still there. That was not a bad situation. He had him in the open. He could have easily pitched it. That probably would have been a touchdown. However, you can't complain. We got the 1st down.
Protect the ball and get 1st downs, and we're in good shape. Looks like another Indian down with a cramp. He'll come to the sideline, maybe 2. That's big Tucker Landry making his way to the sideline. And it looks like they'll get it straight. Number 2 will come off as well. Panthers line back up. Hickman will check in at fullback, as well as, I believe that's Christian Mott now at the fullback position. Twins receivers far side. Mott gets ready. There's a snap. Straight ahead to Mott. He's ahead to the 10. Give him about 5 more. Looks like a helmet will come off of Chris Pearson. Panthers will have to sub a tight end. Looks like Big Sam Jansen will check in.
I believe they gave him about 4 on that carry. Let's call.
Yeah, he was inside at the 14. You're right. So gain of 4.
Yeah. He's going to be looking at a second. The Panthers have second down at 6 from the 10-yard line of the Indians.
Trying to get everybody lined up. There's a snap. Be a give to Mott. William, I'm going to tell you something. That official stood there and watched. The only way the Park Smith helmet comes off is if there's a hand to the face.
Well, yeah.
Third down coming up for the Panthers.
Third down and about 3.
Hey, I'm not disputing you there, my friend.
I don't know how else a helmet comes off like that. Third down and 3 for that Panther offense. Twins receivers near side. There's a snap. Give will be to Mott.
He's going to be short by a yard. They're going to mark him at the 5-yard line. So you're looking at 4th down and 1. Decision time for the Panthers.
That was number 15 on the carry.
And we have reached the LHSAA hydration timeout here in the third quarter. Panthers trail 19-13. They'll have it 4th down and 1. We'll take 30 seconds to be right back with more Panther football.
We're in a hydration timeout brought to you by the Drips.
First Security Title of Monroe provides real estate transaction services in Northeast Louisiana. The closing process has never been easier. With a dedicated staff that takes pride in helping our customers obtain quality service. First Security Title, 1818 Avenue of America, Monroe.
Panther fans, we're back here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. We just finished the third hydration timeout of the LHSAA mandates of the night. Of course, all timeouts tonight brought to us by Prime Star Home Health.
Ben, there's 5:56 left in this third quarter. Panthers trail 19-13, facing a 4th down and 1 with the ball at the 5-yard line of the Indians.
And Birch is back in there. Will be a little tush push. He should have enough. Up to the 3. That'll be a Downs Law Firm first down, and Panthers are in business again in the Ron Bush red zone.
Yeah, that was not in doubt. I believe they went over the back of Whitlock. Opening was there. You got that extra push from Birch behind, got that 2-yard gain. So it's first down and goal for the Panthers.
Twins receivers set here to the near side. I formation. There's the snap. Toss back to Hickman, trying to find some room. Puts a head down, and he's in for the touchdown.
Nice job. Great blocking up front.
Number 4.
Really collapsed inside that line. And then Hickman just fell in, found the crease. He shot through there for the score, jumped over at the end. I believe that was Ferguson that collapsed it on the inside, but just a great job of the offensive line clearing the way for Hickman to score.
We will have an injury stoppage. Looks like Birch is hobbled.
That could be a cramp.
It looks like it is. He's not really favoring like an ankle or anything, just like he locked up a little bit.
What do we call it, the old stiff leg gait?
So Panthers will get set for the extra point. It will be William Lyon to attempt the extra point. This extra point brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Panthers will now get set for the kick from the swinging gate. There's a snap, the hold, the kick. Up, and it's good. And with 5:25 remaining in the third quarter, Panthers 20, Tioga 19. We'll take 30 seconds to be right back with more third quarter action.
Need a loan? Call Craftsman Federal Credit Union. If you're replacing worn out or damaged lawn equipment, appliances, or in need of a new automobile, Craftsman has money to loan. Whether you live or work in Morehouse, Richland, or West Carroll parishes, Craftsman can get you the money you need with some of the lowest rates around. Call or drop by and let the hometown folks at Craftsman make it easy and start enjoying your new purchase. Craftsman has money to loan. Craftsman Federal Credit Union, 805 East Cypress in Bastrop.
Panther fans, we're back as the Panthers get set to kick this one away. It will be William Lyon. To kick it away. He will set up looking for a sky kick to the far sideline. This kickoff brought to you by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. 2 services on Sunday, 9 and 10:30. Sky kick, far sideline, fair catch caught for and taken at about the 38-yard line.
Fair catch by Kristen Isles.
So the Indian offense will come out.
Ready to take the
First
field.
and 10. They trail the Panthers 20-19. 5:25 left in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter.
I think they'll try to find number 1.
Yeah, I would think so.
I would think so.
But we were talking just off the air a moment ago. That opening drive of the third quarter, that is the long-time identity of that Panther offense. 16 plays, 60 yards, over 6.5 minutes off the clock.
That goes back to Dale Ashley days.
Yeah, I was a part of some of those. 2 receivers near side. Actually, 3 receivers near side. Malone and Pontier in the backfield. There's the snap. Malone looking for some room up the middle. He'll find a little up to the 40. And he'll get, that's the old belly-to-back suplex. I knew you'd like that one.
You got the first wrestling reference of the season. Congratulations. You always throw that on me. And it was perfectly performed by, I believe that was Cam Bagwell.
Agree. 3-yard gain for the Indians. 2nd down, 7 at their own 40-yard line. 5 minutes remain here third quarter, 20-19. Panthers over the Indians. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far. There's the snap. Malone looking, going to take a shot up the sideline. A little bumping and pushing, but I don't see any flag. Nick Cooper on the coverage. And we'll have a Cartown 3rd down for the Panther defense.
I think that was just a lot of hand fighting, hand checking over there. Another thing is, I'm not sure the receiver didn't step out of bounds, which would have been a penalty if he came back in. But nice job of Cooper limiting the space on the sideline, set up this 3rd down and 7 for the Indians at their own 40-yard line.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side. They don't have enough men on the line of scrimmage, Will.
They sure don't.
There's the snap, no flag. Going to take the shot. This time Panthers got coverage. And watch it again to Johnson. Bush was in great position and did not. But, Will, they had 5 men in the backfield. No call right there. We had a perfect shot of looking at it.
They were right in front of us.
No call.
Scrimmage.
But there, Bush has got to go get that football.
Yeah, he's got to go after that. And, again, this is just his 2nd year playing ball. But you got to go take that away. Unfortunately, the reception was made by Johnson, familiar to what we've seen tonight. Ball's at 22 of the Panthers, 1st and 10.
There's the snap. It will be a give to Pontier up the middle. He'll get across the 20 or right to the 20, depending on which official you go with.
Blake Franklin was there to make the stop along with Silas Ashley. He got it to the 19-yard line. Gain of, let's call that, long 2.
Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Give again to Pontier. He finds room, and he's in for the touchdown.
Just cleared it out in the middle. Ran it in for the score. Set up by the big pass to Johnson. Makes the score 25-20. Looks like you got another cramp in the end zone.
Got a couple cramps. That'll be Pontier coming out the tailback. He's also looking like he got a little stiff-legged. Maybe that's just the way he runs, but
maybe so. Maybe some water down here.
But he's also one of their linebackers, so I would imagine that he may be fighting some of that too.
You would suspect they would go for 2 here.
No, they're going to send the field goal unit on. There comes Bridges. I think Pontier having to come out may have had something to do with that.
so they're setting this up for the extra point.
Extra point pending, 3:59 left in the third quarter. Bridges gets set. Panthers bring the pressure. Somebody was either early or early movement. We'll see. Offsides against the defense. That'll be half the distance.
Gonna re-kick. Offsides against Sterlington.
They're going to go for 2 here, I believe. They'll move the ball to the 1.5 yard line. What they want to do is try to get this to a 7-point lead. It's 25-20 right now.
So this is a long time for the play clock not to start. There it goes. Tioga getting their call to their skill guys. Now they'll trot on. Tioga having to pick up some pace a little bit. Malone gets them set, shotgun formation. There's a snap. It'll be a QB follow, and he's not going to get there.
Conversion, no
so
good.
with 3:59 remaining here in the third quarter, Tioga answers 25-20. Indians over the Panthers. We'll step away for 30 seconds and be right back with more Panther football.
Ready to sell? Ready to buy? Call David Bryant, your local Sterlington Realtor. David's dedication to his clients is unmatched. He'll listen to your needs, answer your questions, and guide you through every step of the process. Whether you're a first-time buyer or a seasoned investor, David has the expertise to make your real estate dreams a reality. Licensed in Louisiana, each office independently owned and operated. David Bryant, your local Sterlington Realtor.
Panther fans, we're back. Cross Keys Bank third quarter.
Ben, I want to say that was a big stop by the Panthers down there. That was Stephen English that came off his end. He was able to catch Malone before he could get into the end zone. We talked a lot about English. That was another good play by him to prevent that 2-point conversion. That keeps the score at 25-20 in favor of the Indians.
Kickoff unit out for Tioga. Back deep for the Panthers will be Hickman and Birch, both standing around their 10-yard line. Have to think Tioga's probably going to try the old squib again, and it will be. Taken by Crane, trying to get into the middle where there's some room. He'll run through, spin through, and he's up almost to midfield. Nice return there for Crane. Panther offense will come out first and 10. Near midfield. Let's see where they put the ball down.
Should be around the 49-yard line, I believe.
That is where they appear to be putting it. Nope, gonna get a yard this time, looks like, Will. Near hash, right at the 50.
Wow. Good return by Crane to midfield.
Yeah, the Panther kickoff unit, return unit has found some room in that middle, no matter how Tioga kicks it. Twins receivers far side. I formation will be Birch and Dismuke behind Breen. Little freeze play from J-Rob. Now looks over to the sideline. Gets his check. Gets everybody on the same page. There's the snap. Toss back to Dismuke, trying to find some room. And he'll get stood up right at the 50. No gain.
Nowhere to run. Indians fill that gap.
Yeah, number 18 closed in there quickly.
Very, very quickly. Going to be no gain on that carry. Sets up a 2nd down and 10 for the Panthers.
18 will be Joe Rose for Tioga. 2nd down, 10. Same formation again. There's a snap. Give to Birch. He'll get ahead to about the 47. Give him 3. 3rd down and 7.
Worked that right side. Helmet came off, so he'll have to leave the field. Well, I'm assuming he will. Maybe he took it off himself.
3rd and 7 coming up from Sterlington.
Looks like we have another cramp for Tioga. J-Rob will trot to the sideline quickly. Looks like that's number 22, Cohen Henry, one of the linebackers, have to check out for a play. Big third down for the Panther offense, needing to convert.
Got to get to the 40 of the Indians.
J-Rob under center. There's a snap. Counter give near side. That'll be Hickman. He's through. And he's got one man to beat. 20, 15, 10. No flags. Touchdown, Panthers.
Once again, there was some great blocking going on up front. And I believe that was Ferguson again who collapsed to the inside, really opened that up. But great job of Hickman hitting that hole and just sprinting it. You know, you wondered all these cramps. You start wondering, is that taking a toll on them? You know, 22 went out. But, boy, that was a great, great job up front by that offensive line to open that up.
Another touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. Looks like Panthers will now go for 2, trying to make it a field goal game. And, William, I believe that was the old counter play we had just talked about. Panthers had not found much success, but they do there as Hickman takes it to the house. So they will go for 2. They will set up Twins. Panthers will have to waste a timeout. This will be a Prime Star Home Health timeout. Panthers will take it, 2:38. Here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter. We'll keep it here. I would imagine this is going to be a pretty short timeout as Coach Doty just gets his players in the right place. A little confusion there. And I had a couple guys run on that looked to be a little discombobulated. There we go.
Isn't that what you used last
Confused. Yeah, I was trying to go.
You're trying to find.
I wasn't looking for the $1 million word that time. I was trying to find a smaller word.
I thought you had a thesaurus in your little backpack there.
No, I was a nerd as a kid, and my dad would let me read the Reader's Digest words with power or something like that. I was in the very last page. That tells you how much of an athlete I was, doesn't it?
Is that where you got the hydration?
Yeah.
You get that from your science book.
That's right. That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that part.
No, I'm good with that.
Panthers' first drive was 16 plays, 60 yards. That drive was 3 plays, 50 yards, with a 47-yard touchdown run by David Hickman. Shout out to Chris Sturdivant sending me a few updates there. Twins formation near sides. Panthers go for 2. There's a snap. Toss back. There, looking for Hickman, trying to find a man. He now makes a couple men miss, and he'll run a man no good.
Well, it was a quarterback throwback. They were trying to hit J. Rob Breen on that right side.
Slowed down by number 3.
And had him, if he could have got the ball out, it would have been a 2-point conversion for sure. But he got under pressure very quickly and was not able, just kind of running for his life at that point, trying to break something loose. So that goes for naught. Panthers have the lead 26-25.
2:38 remains here in the third quarter. And I was going to take a break, but we'll keep it here. Looks like we got another cramp.
Yeah, we got some more cramps going on.
But that's probably going to give him time to get off the field. Actually, they're going to lay him down for a minute. But I still don't imagine that would take very long, so we'll keep it right here. And interesting tonight for the Panthers, that's 2 2-point conversions that they failed to do. And went for 1 on the swinging gate. J-Rob tried to sneak it in. Actually, that was a false start. They backed that one up. And then we missed the extra point. That's right.
Yeah.
So that would have been, just with your extra points there, you'd have had your 3-point lead. But nonetheless, Panthers 26-25, 2:38 remaining here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter.
Your extra point would have had you 2-point lead.
That's right.
Yeah, they were trying to get it to the field goal margin.
William Line gets set to kick it away. This kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Tioga getting lined up. They'll switch some guys around. Another sky kick. It'll be called for and taken by Jackson Tarver at the 32-yard line.
Pitch called by number 8, Jackson Tarver.
Nice job there by William.
Yeah, a little bit farther downfield on that kick. They'll take it at the 32-yard line. They have a first down and 10. 2:38 left in this third quarter. Panthers up 26-25. Quite the dogfight tonight, isn't it, Ben?
Yeah, at this point, Panther defense, just get a stop. Get the ball back to your offense, and let's see if we can't create some breathing room. Kason Huggins will check in on defense. He'll be out here to bump with Johnson. Bush over the top. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Tioga will have to run a H-back on. That's the defensive lineman. He just got through chasing after Hickman. He'll run back out there to the H-back position. There's a give to Pontier. He'll run through some Panthers, and now he's up that far sideline. And he'll be taken down. Frazier went high. I think that'll be Birch down low, and Pontier, he looks like he's having trouble getting up.
Birch was able to bring him down. They're going to get personal foul, I believe, on Frazier.
It looked like he was in bounds. Did they call that?
It looked. I thought I saw a flag come across there, and I think Coach Doty's trying to get an explanation on that. He's out on the field.
They will get him personal foul.
Yeah, sure did.
Against the Panthers. That'll be 15 yards at the end of that run. It was already going to be a first down, but now we'll move it into Panther territory.
It's just another cramp with Pontier. But to me, that was kind of questionable as to where that hit took place, whether that was in bounds or out of bounds.
Ball's going to be on the 37, and Tioga's in business again. Not sure. Pontier will get up, and he'll cramp. I think he was cramping. When I mentioned that a moment ago at the touchdown, I think he was cramping watching him now.
You did. You said that.
And we've even – Johnson's down. No, there he is. He's up. I guess he was just resting.
That's just dramatic effect.
Yep. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. 2:26 remain third quarter. Ball will be on the Panther 37-yard line. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. Malone's looking back, tries to throw it in quickly to Owls. It'll go through his hands. Nice job there by Huggins and Green. Green with a big hit, and that's what you got to do.
You really do, and that was a good job of them working together on that play.
Huggins got a hand up. Green was right behind him, and even if he'd have made the catch, he'd have had to earn it.
2nd down and 10 for the Indians.
There's a snap. Be a give this time to Jackson Tarver. He'll find some room, makes the Panthers miss. He'll be taken down by Cam Bagwell at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10.
Tioga, first down.
And that was a touchdown save and tackle there by Bagwell. He got down the field from that defensive end position, was able to stretch out, drag him down on the 15-yard line of the Panthers. And that's where the Indians have it, 1st down and 10.
Two receivers out wide to the right. One receiver lone side. Malone in the backfield with Tarver. There's the snap. Give to Tarver again. He'll bounce off some Panthers. He'll make a couple men miss, and he's in for a touchdown.
Once again, he was able to move out of the pile up. He kicked it out to the right side where it had opened up and just weaved his way in for the score, which now makes it 31-26.
My goodness. Looks like Tioga will go for 2 again, trying to make it a 7-point ball game. They'll break the huddle. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. There's a snap. Malone rolls right, looking for a man, and they'll get a flag in the end zone.
There's a flag thrown in the end zone.
Well,
be holding.
Bad thing about that, I believe it would have been a completed pass anyway. Frazier had broke in the front of the
Holding
receiver.
against the defense.
That'll move it half the distance of the goal. That'll put it on the 1.5 yard line.
So we'll have another attempt as Tioga tries to increase that lead. Got to have a man. He'll run on late. White Hat just having a conversation. Ought to blow that thing in play. Tioga will take the timeout. This timeout brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. They'll take the break. Let's take 30 seconds with them. We'll be right back with more Panther football.
Timeout sponsored by the National Transmission.
What do you do after an awesome night of Panther football? You bring on the bowling for the 5th quarter. Bayou Bowl is the official 5th quarter sponsor of Sterlington Panther football. Just right down the road and on the right is where you'll find all the 5th quarter action. Yummy snacks and cold drinks from Alligator's Grill is inside Bayou Bowl and open 7 days a week. It's the perfect place to celebrate a Panther victory. So come on, join us at Bayou Bowl after every game for the official 5th quarter.
Panther fans, we're back. Cross Keys Bank 3rd quarter.
Those listening on the radio, 31-26, Indians. 1:38 left in this 3rd quarter.
Extra point pending.
They're getting ready to attempt a 2-point conversion from the 1.5 yard line. Indians come out. Panthers set up.
So they'll come out, stay in the gun. Pontier will check back in. It'll be a close formation for Tioga. 3 receivers set close to the near side, 1 to the far side. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. He'll pitch late. Actually, it'll go to Johnson. That'll be a flag on the play. That'll be a holding and back it up.
Yeah, they had a hold on Bush. That was very obvious. Had to throw that one. It was out on the corner. Little reverse action, as you said. So I'll back them up 5 yards. 10 yards.
Should be 10 yards.
Yeah. I'll move it out to the 11.5 yard line.
So it looks like Tioga they're going to go for it. Any guesses on who this might be intended for?
Well, I see number 1 in the inside slot position. Give him a 50-50 ball in the end zone.
Tarver goes across the formation. There's the snap, looking for a man across the middle, and it'll be slapped away.
Good play by the Panthers. Warning a flag.
Do we have a flag?
Nope, not one coming.
Well, I see the white hat. There we go. So it's no good. 31-26. With 1:38 remaining 3rd quarter, all of that, they don't convert. So Panther kickoff return unit will trot back out.
Between penalties and touchdowns and scoring, makes for a long game, doesn't it?
I'm telling you, it's 9:15, and we have not even started the 4th quarter. So Bridges will come out to kick this away. Looks like Frazier and Birch will be deep. Bridges trying to decide where he's going to kick this one. Be quick. Towards the sideline. They were trying to get it to number 6. It'll go out of bounds. Illegal procedure, back him up 5. Coach Doty may make him kick it again.
Well, with that going out of bounds, is it where the ball goes out?
That's right.
So,
let's see what he does. Yeah, it looks like his offense is going to come out.
Yeah, I would say if you're going to get the ball at the 42, you take it there. Of course, the way they've been returning the ball.
So they're going to say the ball went out at the 46-yard line. So Panther offense will come out 1st and 10 at their own 46. 1:38 remains here in the Cross Keys Bank third quarter.
Well, you enforced the penalty.
The 5 yards.
Went out, yeah.
Breen under center. Birch and Dismuke. Counter give to Dismuke, looking to get through. He'll hop across. You can't leave your feet right there. Not on the counter play. You got to go.
No, you got to plant that foot and go. You open yourself up for what just happened.
Hickman will check in. Dismuke will go back out.
Yeah, picked up 1 yard on that carry. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers at their own 47-yard line.
Twins receivers far side. High formation for Breen. This time, Breen puts his head down and won't get anything.
Number 7 on the keeper, stopped by number 18.
So we'll have a 3rd down and 10 upcoming.
Yeah,
he like the pitch might have been there that time.
Yeah, the pitch looked like it to me. He really didn't have much time to make the pitch. He had a defender in his face as soon as he pulled the ball from Birch. No gain on the carry. 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers at their own 47-yard line.
31-26, 25 seconds remain in this third quarter. Breen makes his checks and now goes under center. There's the snap. He'll give it to Birch, who's across the 50 to the 49.
Number 6 on
Be a
the
gain of about 4. It'll be 4th down. You have to think the punting unit's probably coming right here.
Well, about to be at the end of the quarter.
It is.
Give Coach Doty a chance to think about this.
So after 3 quarters of play, Tioga 31, Sterlington 26. We'll take 60 seconds and be back with more Panther football.
Sterlington 26.
Got a lot of stuff? We've got the space. With 2 convenient locations, let Ashley Storage keep your stuff safe. In Monroe and Sterlington, Ashley Storage is where our customers are treated like family.
Meet Dave. Dave has a problem. He has way too much stuff and not enough room to store it. As Dave searches, he comes across Ashley Storage. Give us a call or check out our website at ashleystorageofsterlington.com.
Tired of battling weeds and patchy grass? Sure Enough Greens got you covered. From weed control, fertilizer, irrigation, aeration, and tree and shrub treatment, Sure Enough does it all to keep your lawn looking its best. Need your yard clean? Call Sure Enough Green. Spraying solutions that work.
Panther fans, we're back. Welcome to the Marion State Bank 4th quarter. Panther offense looks like they will stay on the field. It'll be 4th down and 5 at the Tioga 49-yard line as Panthers look to go for it. 2 receivers set to each side. Breen calls for it, looking for a man. He'll get it out to Hickman, who will spin ahead. He'll have enough for Downs Law Firm. 1st down inside the 40-yard line. Nice play call there by Bobby Breen.
Yeah, and let me tell you, Ben, that was a great job by Hickman. They had him just short of the 1st down. He was able to spin that, fight his way up to the 39-yard line. That's a great play by Hickman. Good poised pass by Breen. Have another player down on the field, cramps again. But whenever they get him tended to, the Panthers will have this ball at the 39 of the Indians for the 1st down and 10. 11:53 left.
I hope they give Anna Wigley a big tip. She has taken care of more of their players on that side. They don't get in a big hurry to go help their own guys.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't count on it. Maybe they'll give her a $5.
Anna better send them her Venmo. She needs to send them her Venmo after the night's over with.
They'll give her a $5 gift certificate to Waffle House down here, that's all. But,
I think the closest thing they got here is got a Huddle House. It ain't even be closed now. But the Dairy Queen is right here in the good old ball.
Oh, true.
And the Paradise Catfish.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know there's a Mexican joint somewhere. We passed
El Rodeo's right up the road.
That's right.
Got Los Portales. I grew up down here a little bit, went to college and started my ministry jobs down here. So I can point you towards the Mexican food. And
you know where to find the food.
We can find something to eat always.
Oh, yeah.
First and 10 for the Panthers at the Tioga 39-yard line. I formation for the Panthers. There's a snap. Quick give to Birch. Good push by that offensive line up across the 35 to the 34. Give him 5 there. Second down.
Going in behind Luke Crane. Really just a good job. They are getting a good surge right now, Ben. 5 yards on that carry. Second down and 5. The ball's at the 34 of the Indians.
Twins receivers near side. There's a snap. This time Breen will keep it. He's across the 30.
Number 7, J-Rob Breen.
It'll be third down and about 1.
Yeah, very close to the first down marker. Had Hickman trailing him.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that giving it to Birch might not have been the right call there. But nice job by Breen to get about 4.
It looked like what he was thinking. It looked like Birch was able to get a clear.
Actually, it's going to be close to a first down, William. They're going to have to look at this. Looks like he had to get just to about the 29. Well, guys.
Well, I was just looking at the down marker.
It will be a Downs Law Firm first down, so I take back whatever I said, J-Rob. You did a good job.
Well, I think he thought he could fall in behind Birch and maybe pop it to the outside.
10:42, the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Panthers now first and 10 at the Indian 29-yard line. Trying to get the ball placement correct. Now they've got it. Clock will wind. Dismuke and Birch behind Hickman at quarterback. There's a snap. And it just didn't go.
Got a flag.
It'll be false start on the Panthers. That just didn't look pretty. Now we've got another flag.
Of the personal foul variety.
False start against the Panthers. And then a delay of game against the Indians.
You know what that might have been? Kicked the ball.
Yeah, something didn't.
If you got to delay a game, you did something to obstruct the ball, I would suspect.
First and 5. I would have thought those would have offset, but first and 5 at the 24 for the Panther offense. William, that wind's beginning to pick up just a little bit more now.
Not a problem with that. For you and I.
That's it. Twins receivers near side. That's Crane and Park Smith. Birch and Hickman behind Breen. There's a snap. Counter give to Hickman. Trying to make a cut. Now does, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Man, he followed that counter block perfect. Planted that foot and popped it to the left side. I mean, it was just a collapse of that defensive front of the Indians. There was nobody there.
No.
The corner was nowhere to be found. Great job of Hickman, but even better job by that offensive line for the score. That now makes it 32-31. Coach Doty, I believe, is going to go for 2 points.
Panthers will go for 2. That touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. This 2-point conversion brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Counter give again. They go right back to Hickman, and he's going to get in, and that try is good. And Panthers make the lead 34-31. 10:22 remaining. We'll take 30 seconds to be right back with more Panther football.
Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care. Choose Prime Star Home Health. We'll provide the best care for your patient or loved one. From managing chronic conditions to wound care and therapy, we specialize in a wide range of services. Prime Star Home Health. We have the skill to heal and the spirit to care.
Had the ball twice. Scored twice.
Right.
Panther fans, we're back. You're catching all kinds of extra conversation. We'll give that to you for free tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for listening on 92.3 FM The Wolf, or watching on YouTube tonight. I want to again say thank you to our sponsors, McDonald's, for our premier broadcast, and for Domino's Pizza of Sterlington for the radio broadcast. William Line to kick it away. Nice high kick. Fair catch called for and taken at the 32-yard line. And Tioga will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32. 10-22 left in the ball game. Panthers lead 34-31.
You got to compliment Line on those kicks. He's getting them right to the point that they can't really return it. You know, if you get it too deep, they'll return it on you.
That's right.
You get your coverage there just in time, so they're taking those fair catches. But that's a nice job of controlling where that ball is going to be taken by Line, the freshman.
So the Tioga offense will come out. Malone and Pontier will be in the backfield. Johnson and Tarver will go to the far side. One receiver set wide to the near side. Panther defense got to dig deep right here. Malone brings the man in motion. There's a snap. Be a give to Pontier, trying to find some room. Panthers will hit him at the 35. He'll get across there to about the 36.
Yeah, Bagwell and Birch were there to make the stop. He got the ball out to the 36-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 4. Sets up a 2nd down and 6 for the Indians at their own 41-yard line.
Malone gets them set again. Pass out in the flat, looking for a man. He'll throw it out. Birch will pick it off. He's got some blockers in front of him. He's still running. And he's inside the 20-yard line at the 18. That's a David Bryant Realtor turnover for the Panther defense.
That's a great job on both ends of that, Ben. Stephen English, we've talked about him all night tonight. Got the pressure on Malone. He was not able to step into that pass. He wasn't even close to his intended receiver. Birch, matter of fact, when we left the school, I said, Birch, he said, I want to get an interception tonight. Well, he got one, but he was supposed to bring it all the way back. He told me he was going to house it. So I'll have to have a talk with him about that. But he brought the ball back to the 17-yard line of the Indians, where the Panthers set up 1st down and 10, 9:44 left in the 4th quarter. Panthers up 34-31.
I formation again. Breen under center. There's a snap. Be a give to TJ. He'll dive ahead to the 11. Give him 6 on that. 2nd down.
I believe you're going to be closer to, all right, closer to 6. You're right. The ball's right there on the 11-yard line. 2nd down and 4 for the Panthers.
Hickman checks in at tailback. Tioga defense trying to make the adjustment. There's a give to TJ again. He spins. Touchdown, Panthers! TJ Birch.
Nice job once again up front by that Panther line. It looked like this time he was going in on that left side, but just a great job up front. TJ Birch scored for Trent.
That's right. Set up by Big Brother.
Yeah. Set up in the swinging gate.
That touchdown brought to us by the losses of Street and Street. Extra point pending. There's a snap, a kick, and a hold. Shepard will have to get up. It'll be no good. That extra point attempt brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Panthers 40, Tioga 31. We'll keep it here.
I believe, Ben, I was wanting to catch that. I think they went over on Gideon Ashley and Cam Rugg's side, but I tell you, that whole offensive line has done a good job tonight, really has. Now, you know, when you look at the passing game, we talked about that a little bit. Really, it's pretty much been non-existent. But when you can get in the groove like this, and really when we played them last year, man, the formula was pretty much the same.
Yeah.
We just ran the ball at them.
So the kickoff unit will come back out. This kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. 2 services on Sunday, 9 and 10:30. For more information, check out fbcsterlington.com. Jalen Bush will come out to kick it away. Isles back deep for Tioga.
Looks like they may have moved Johnson over. Is that 3 or 1?
Yeah, they're looking for the sky kick, but Bush comes on. He ain't going to sky kick. Nice high kick. Going to come down right at the 11, be taken there. Panthers giving chase. And look at there, big Trey Birch again. takes him down out of bounds. Nice coverage right back to the 20. 1st and 10 for Tioga.
That was a nice job by Birch. You talk about somebody that's in great physical condition.
The way he closes, William, is unbelievable to me. I mean, he was on this near sideline and kind of takes the loop, lane integrity. That's what Coach Harrison used to preach to him. You know that's what Coach Doe and those guys are still doing. And Birch right there just turned on a little afterburner and wiped out any angle to the sideline.
I've said it before. He looks like that big lion on the Serengeti, and he gets that big old wildebeest and jumps on him. I mean, it's just it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Nice. You know, the other thing is you don't know, a lot of times see your defensive starters on kickoff, but for right now, the Panthers, hey, we're not going to give up anything on kickoff and special teams. We want to start them as deep as we can.
Well, and the thing about it, especially a defender the size of Trey Birch.
So Panthers defense back on the field. Malone in the shotgun. Ponthier to his right. Johnson out wide to the far side. There's the snap. Malone looking for a little QB keeper, trying to find some room. He will. He'll run into Birch, and then there's a pile pushing. They're pushing way down the field. He'll get all the way to the 40-yard line. Big run for Case Malone and a big first down for Tioga.
Yeah, a lot of times when you get those big pile-ups, if you got a guy that can keep his
And he almost spun out of it,
He almost spun out of it. That's right. You got so many guys grabbing and pulling and tugging. That can happen. He got it to the 40 of the Indians. First down and 10.
Sideline warning against Sterlington. That's their first. But 1st and 10 for Tioga at their own 40-yard line. 8:47 and counting here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Malone takes it. He'll give it to Ponthier. Tiptoes a little bit. The 40 is all he's going to find. And then Birch, Connor Justice, Stephen English. But Birch is the one that slammed the door.
Oh, yeah.
Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Don't give him one up to the 41.
Yeah, I believe Justice got there, but Trey Birch is the one that laid the hammer. They did give him 1 yard on that carry. Ball's at the 41 of the Indians. 2nd down and 9.
Two receivers far side, one to the near side. Malone with Ponthier to his left. There's the snap. He's going to drop back, and he's looking for a shot. Hickman running with him stride for stride. That time the Panther defense able to get it. Looks like we're going to have no. Sam will hop up. Nice coverage. Malone almost out through the coverage.
He almost did. He kind of threw it to the inside, looked like to me too, Ben. So it wasn't an easy play for Johnson to come over. If truth be told, I'm not sure there wasn't a little tug on the jersey somewhere along there. Your old deal, take 15 instead of 6. But good coverage. You had double coverage. And they've been doing that all night, trying to have help over the top. But that sets up a 3rd down and 9 for the Indians. Getting that ball, it's really
just across the 40-yard line.
Across the 40-yard line. So you're really looking at 3rd and a
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5.
Cartown 3rd down for the Panther defense, looking for another big stop. Panthers trying to get lined up. Man now comes in motion. And I believe we're going to have a Bagwell sack back at the 32-yard line.
Cam Bagwell. He got a sack. You know, he bags well.
Man,
those
look at you coming with the one-liners.
Jokes.
Hey, the good news is that'll bring out the punt team for Tioga.
And what we were just talking about, we needed to get a series here. Now we got one ahead. Yeah, he dropped him back on the 40-yard line. So you're looking at a 6-yard sack. 6-yard loss on that sack.
Yeah, 33-yard line. That's a 7-yard loss there.
Okay, I was looking at the
almost 8 because it was across the 40, almost to the 41.
Yeah. Well, let's give it an 8-yard.
There we go. I like it. Still into rehab 4th down as David Hickman waits for the punt. He'll let it go over his head. It'll take a bounce, and then Hickman will field it. I'm not so sure that Hickman didn't think that he had called fair catch the way that he to turn your back to the defender.
Yeah, I can understand not wanting it to go backwards, but it really wasn't. I think that ball would have died there within a 3 or 4 yard radius. But
yeah, don't take unnecessary shots there, David.
Yeah.
So 7:04 remains in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Panther offense will come back out. 1st and 10. Well, that's kind of weird. All right, put it back at the 25. Panther offense comes out. First and 10, 25-yard line. It'll be Birch and Hickman behind Breen in the I. Twins formation to the far side. There's a snap. Give to TJ. He'll push ahead up to around between the 32 and the 31. We'll see where they put it down. Going to be right at the 31. So give him 4, second down.
You know, right now, Ben, controlling the clock is what the Panthers want to do. They want to try to get this thing, shorten this game as short as they can.
There's a snap. Counter give to Hickman, looking for a hole. He's not, actually, he'll fight his way, and I thought he was going to have no gain, but he'll get up to about the 31. Give him 2 more, and it'll be a third down and 4.
Third down and a manageable 4.
Third down here for Sterlington.
A little bit behind the chain, but that's all right.
Panthers probably going to be content to let this roll down to the hydration timeout here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. 10 seconds before we reach the 6-minute mark. Actually, they'll break the huddle. And they won't make it. So with 5:58 remaining fourth quarter, we've reached the LHSAA hydration timeout. We'll take 30 seconds and be right back with more fourth quarter football.
Hydration timeout sponsored by the Dripsy IV Bar.
Got a lot of stuff? We've got the space. With 2 convenient locations, let Ashley Storage keep your stuff safe. In Monroe and Sterlington, Ashley Storage is where our customers are treated like family.
Come visit McDonald Land this summer and try Grimace Island's newest thick volcanic shake. So get the new Mount McDonald Land shake with one of 6 souvenirs when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Panther fans, we're back. Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Panthers lead 40-31, 5:58. They have it third down and 4 at their own 31-yard line. Really need to get this first down to keep that clock moving and keep that Tioga offense on the sidelines.
Ben, I want to make a correction. I believe that was Seth Deere. I'd call Cam Rugg, but those guys done a good job tonight. Dawson Ferguson, Drew Whitlock, Luke Crane, Gideon Ashley, Cam Rugg when he was in there as well. But good job by that offensive line. This is a big one for them here. If they can get a seam opened up, get another set of downs, be able to eat some more of that clock.
Third down and 4 for that Panther offense. The head coach from Tioga is having a conversation with the white hat. Old ball coach over here didn't like something, trying to get something swinging his way. But third down 4 for Panther offense. Looking for a big first down conversion or third down conversion right here. Breen gets them set. Twins receivers far side. There's a snap. He'll give it to Birch. Birch will go ahead. He'll spin off a man across the 40 to the 41. Give him 10 yards and a Downs Law Firm. First down for that Panther offense.
How big was that hop, step, stop he made right there? That allowed that. He was able to avoid that first tackle and pick up the first down. He had to get out to the 35. He made it to the 41. That was a good job, a very good job of TJ Birch. First down and 10 for the Panthers at their own 41.
Twins receivers far side. Birch and Hickman behind Breen in the I. There's a snap. Give to TJ again. And he's pushing the Indians all the way down the field. And he'll gain a big gain up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, they gave him 5 yards on that carry. More importantly, that clock continues to melt down. We're about to go under 5 minutes in this fourth quarter. Again, the Panthers up 40-31 with the ball at their own 47-yard line. Let's call it second and 4.
I formation again. There's a snap. Counter give near side to Hickman, trying to find a hole. He'll hop through up to the 50. That'll be a flag on the play.
And that's generally
Hickman on the carry, penalty flag down.
Chop block. Woo. I'm going to tell you, I think the old red shirt on this sideline earned that one.
Yep, I think he did. Now is he going?
I know that's your favorite call.
Yep.
Penalty goes against Sterlington.
I've been a little cranky tonight, Ben, but I'm getting full-blown agitated of that call. cannot stand the chop block.
Yeah, Coach Foster is asking, hey, help me understand. But that'll back it up. That's a big penalty.
That's 15 yards.
Go all the way back to the 33. They got to get to the Tioga 49. So that's about we got third and
it's going to be third and 17, 18. Second.
Second down, 18.
Second down and 18.
The clock continues to run, 4:30 and counting here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Twins receivers far side. There's the snap. Toss back to Hickman near side, trying to find a lane, and then puts his foot down, and he's got some open field. He's got the first down and more. One man to beat, hops through. 20, 15, 10, no flags. Touchdown, Panthers!
Man, what a block. Seth Deere had a big block over here that really sprung Hickman. You give Hickman a crease, he'll plant that foot and go, and we saw that speed coming up the sideline. Had a little swipe at his heels, didn't matter. He was able to skirt up this sideline for the score. Makes it 46-31.
And Hickman's kind of burst onto the scene of that tailback position. That's some big runs here in the second half.
Absolutely some big runs. And now line will come out for the extra point.
That touchdown brought to us by the law offices of Street and Street. Hickman also ran through the Ron Bush State Farm red zone on his way to another 6 points. I believe that's his third touchdown of the night.
And I believe he had a 2-point conversion.
Yep, William Lyon on to attempt the extra point. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's up, and it is true. Panthers 47, Tioga 31, 4:12 remaining. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back with more fourth quarter football.
Tired of battling weeds and patchy grass? Sure Enough Greens got you covered. From weed control, fertilizer, irrigation, aeration, and tree and shrub treatment, Sure Enough does it all to keep your lawn looking its best. Need your yard clean? Call Sure Enough Green. Spraying solutions that work.
Panther fans, we're back. Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Panthers extend their lead. Finally give themselves some breathing room. A couple big stops there on the defense these last two drives for Tioga. And the offense converts points, led by the big runs by David Hickman. 47-31, 4:12 left in the ball game. Yeah, we just got an update. Hickman's got 10 carries, 168 yards, and 4 touchdowns. I was wrong.
Okay, and a 2-point conversion.
And a 2-point conversion on top of that. Pretty good night.
How many yards?
168.
What's he trying to do, catch up with Johnson?
I guess. Jalen Bush kicking away. This kickoff brought to us by First Baptist Church of Sterlington. Jalen makes his approach. Will be a sky kick. Nice high kick over towards that far sideline. It'll bounce. Panthers got a shot at it, and they'll knock it out of bounds. Had a shot at it. We got to get that one. I know you're up 16, but Jalen did a nice job there giving us a chance.
So they'll put this ball down at the 40. Let's see where they're going to mark this. Well, it came down in bounds. So they'll move it, be at the 34-yard line of the Indians. First down and 10. Again, 4:12 left in the game. The Panthers up 47-31.
First and 10 for the Indians. Panther defense going to play a little safe here. Looks like Sam Frazier is going to play
center field
24 yards off the ball.
Yeah.
But with 16, you got it. They've got to score 2 touchdowns and 2 extra point or two-point conversions. So the Panther defense. There's a throw out. It'll be incomplete. Try to throw the comeback. And 10's going to cramp up. That's Angelo Shelton. He's going to stay down. It'll be second down and 10 in a moment. They're going to help him to the sideline. And we'll keep rolling.
Stops the clock. Set up.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far. There's the snap. Malone drops back. Looking for a man. That's number 41. He'll make the catch. Birch will quickly tackle him at the 39.
Pass complete to number 41, Jeremiah
Be a gain of about 5, and we'll have a Cartown 3rd down and 5 upcoming for that Panther defense.
Pretty much have Birch patrolling that middle right there. Good job of dragging him down for the 5-yard gain. 3rd and 5 for the Indians at their own 39-yard line.
There's the snap. Malone looking back, trying to find a man. That's number 41 again. Cooper will make the tackle, but that's a first down for the Indians.
Jeremiah Hunter on the catch.
Gets out of bounds, stops the clock at 3:32. Put ball down at midfield.
3:28. They're going to say he stayed in bounds, William. 3:25 and counting here in the Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Malone drops back. Bagwell giving pressure. They're going to get to him. Staying with a shot at it, and it's going to fall incomplete. Pressure there by Bagwell. I couldn't tell who came from that other end. Looks like Ashton Bradford.
Yeah, Cooper had a pretty good, Nick Cooper had a pretty good coverage position on the receiver. Of course, Frazier tried to come across, maybe have an interception there. I think that ball was well out of bounds. So it's a 2nd down and 10. Again, the ball's at midfield.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near. There's a snap. It's going to be a give to Pontier. And he'll gain about 4. I believe that's Blake Franklin. Will wrap him up and pull him down.
Yeah, Franklin got him down low.
Blake Franklin.
They did give him 4. Ball's at the 46 of the Panthers. 3rd down and 6.
Cartown 3rd down for that Panther defense. Tioga gets set. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. Panthers showing pressure. 41 will make the catch again. And he's got a first down for the Indians up around the 35-yard line.
First down.
They got him down in bounds, so that clock will start when they set up the chains.
There it goes, 2:35 and counting. Panthers 47, Tioga 31. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. Panthers giving pressure again. Now Malone's trying to find somewhere to go. He'll run through Birch. Birch had a shot at him.
But guess who got him?
Is it Cam?
I believe that was Bagwell that came up from the backside.
Tioga will take a timeout. That timeout brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. Let's take 30 seconds and we'll come back for the rest of the fourth quarter.
Neither snow-capped mountains nor puddles of water, nor unexpected detours with a 20-foot drainage pipe can stop the ruggedly capable Telluride X Pro from getting you to your dinner reservation on time.
Okay.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Panther fans, we're back. Marion State Bank fourth quarter. Panthers lead 47-31. 2:16 remains. Tioga's just taking a timeout. And Panther fans want to remind you, Tuesday night at Frenchman's Bend, 6 o'clock, the Prime Star Home Health Lee Doty Coaches Show. Would love for you to come join us for supper as I interview Coach Doty about this week, next week, and all things Panther football. Always a great time there. Hope you'll come out. If not, you can catch us right on YouTube on this Sterlington Panther football channel. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. First or 2nd down and 10 for Tioga. 2:16 remains in the ball game. Panthers lead 47-31. Panthers showing a little pressure. Malone adjusts his call. Now Panthers back off. There's a snap. English tried to get to him. Malone going to run out now. Birch, he is stalking the middle.
He is absolutely. That was my point. You got your deep man with Frazier, but you got, I mean, would you like to have to deal with Trey Birch? 5-10 yards down the field. 3rd down and 5 for the Indians at the Panther 30.
Cartown 3rd down again. Tioga gets set. Malone calls for it. There's the snap. Trying to find That'll be Shelton out, and he's going to be down at the 18 or 22-yard line, I believe. So it'll be a first down for Tioga, but the clock will start in just a moment.
You had Bagwell and English applying the pressure in the backfield.
Malone gets him set. Johnson goes wide to the right. Be a QB draw. Malone trying to find some room. Bagwell, Franklin, and Bradford.
Yeah, they all met.
It's like Bagwell's having a little trouble getting up. He will get up, a little cramp, but he's okay. Didn't stay down long enough to stop the clock. So 1:20 and counting in the ball game. Malone takes it, drops back. Nice job there. Connor Justice on Pontier.
Yes, Connor Justice was right there. Nice, clean tackle. Great job by Justice.
Cartown third down. Panther defense a little gassed, but doing enough to slow the thing down. English is going to give pressure. Ball comes out. Now they're going to say incomplete. That was Bradford on the pressure. Nice job. Cade Hollingsworth was hoping he had a fumble, and he was fixing to house that thing.
He sure was. Yeah, something, I think it's a cramp on Bagwell. When you watch him, his last two plays, he's not able to get
Who's that checking in, William? Number 34?
34 or 36?
34.
Jet Johnson.
That is Jet. Young freshman. They're pretty excited about his future as well. There's the snap. Pontier takes it straight ahead. He'll run through a couple tackles. I think that was Sam try to bring just a shoulder, but you're not going to tackle that man with just a shoulder. You got to bring your arms.
Yeah.
Panther defense is definitely gassed at this point. 35 seconds and counting here in the ball game. But Tioga's breathing just as hard as we are. It's been an absolute war here tonight. 10 o'clock and still playing football. Looks like we're going to have a timeout. It will be timeout Panthers. 26 seconds remain in the ball game. Coach is going to take a timeout. Timeout's brought to us by Prime Star Home Health. We'll keep it here. And it should be able to finish this out, so we won't take another break.
I believe Jeremy Mitchell came in as well.
Yeah, I know that they'd like him too. He comes on there. Bagwell was definitely.
Yeah, he was not. He probably was a little gassed, but still, I think that cramp had him more than he thought. Yep. He was holding his own with that tackle, but you could tell that, sometimes you just, when you're a warrior like that, you just got to call it a day.
That's right.
.26 seconds left.
William, are you a little surprised here in this last drive? I mean, Tioga kind of just dinking and dumping down the field. Are you surprised we haven't seen really the one with about 6-7 minutes ago? We saw the one deep ball to Johnson, but haven't seen it again.
Yeah,
and really hadn't thrown it his way.
They really hadn't. I mean, as you said, it's a two-possession game. They may have just decided, hey, look, let's just play this thing out, get it down the field.
Yeah. So Tioga has it first and goal. They're on 3, or at the Panther 3. There's the snap. Malone looking for the quick shot. Had a man Bush had a shot at him. It'll be a loss on the play. We're going to have a timeout with 20 seconds remaining. Prime Star Home Health timeout, Tioga. Yard loss on the play. Bush did a nice job closing there and got enough just to trip him up, and Johnson goes down. So we'll have second down and goal after this timeout.
Again, sponsored by National Transmission and
Looked like when he tried to miss Bush, he lost his balance anyway, but that should be the last. Is that the last timeout? I actually meant to write those down.
Yeah, I think they have one left. I can't see the scoreboard. I thought it might be on the scoreboard.
Normally they don't keep I think they've got the 3 and the 3 up there is the.
Yeah, they must not be giving us the update on that.
Well, no, that's 1. That's first and 3, so actually that's the 2.
Yeah, second down and 4 is where we're at.
I was thinking they'd call one earlier in the third quarter.
And here for Tioga, I mean, yeah, technically you're still in the ball game. If you can get a score here, get the 2-point onside kick, give yourself a chance. And look, if they could get the 8 points here, if I have Johnson on my sideline and an arm like Malone has, yeah. So part of me wanted to say, man, what are we doing? Let this thing run out. But, man, when you got weapons like that, if things just happen to go your way, you're still in this.
Yeah. And Pontier's he's all that he's built to be, at least what you had seen. So
Tioga gets set. 2nd and goal. There's the snap. Looking for it out in the flat, and it's going to come out. Nice job there by Sam Frazier to make the big hit. Isles not able to hang on. We'll have a Cartown 3rd down and goal from the 4.
Yeah, Frazier timed that perfect. Tried to get him in a little slip pass out in the flat. Frazier had nothing of that.
You know what he did that time they didn't do last time? Brought his arms. Absolutely. I'm all about the big hit, but bring your arms and finish that thing.
But he's not going to be on ESPN. Okay.
That one would be. Well, that's a pretty good form there.
No. I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, yeah.
That's my point.
Man comes in motion across the formation. 15 seconds remain. Malone rolls out. He'll throw it to the end zone, and it's knocked away incomplete.
Went for Johnson. Good coverage and good rush by the Panthers.
So that'll be that Cartown 3rd down, not converted, and we'll have a Sterlington Rehab 4th down and goal from the 4-yard line. 11 seconds remain in the ball game. Tarver will check out. A.J. Adams will check in at the H-back position.
I believe.
Trying to see if do you think they're trying to protect here, or are we going to see a little run here to finish things up?
I don't know. I believe Brock Sutton checked in as well.
Malone calls for it. There's a snap, and it is a give straight ahead, and he's not going to get there.
Brought down by Jet Johnson.
Jet, nice job there. Freshman. Turnover on downs. That will be a David Bryant Realtor turnover again. 5 seconds remain, and we're going to see the favorite formation in that Panther arsenal.
And what would that be, Ben?
Victory formation. One knee, and we're out of here.
That's right.
Panthers survive 47-31. It was an all-out war with a lot of things to clean up, but they're going to get out of here with a W tonight and start the season 1-0. 5 seconds and a knee, and that's going to do it. And so, William, I'll give you a chance to make some final thoughts right here as we watch them take this final knee.
Well, we talked about perseverance. I think we saw that tonight. They fought through some errors. They fought through some things that didn't go their way from calls, but they stuck with the formula and were able to bring home a win. You know, you pointed out on the way down here, you said, there's a lot of guys going both ways over there. And I think we started to see that take a toll on them in the 3rd and 4th quarter, not to take anything away from what our offense did. But I think that played a factor in there as well. But hats off, good job staying on point and getting that first win.
Absolutely. Fought through a lot of things and got down, stayed down for really 3 quarters of football. And then 4th quarter really kind of owned it. I was just doing a little quick math here. It was 19-13 at the half, so Panthers outscored Tioga 34-12 in the second half.
Well,
and
look,
left some points on the board in the first half.
They sure did. You could put 14 more points up on the board, be 51. And Hickman came in and had a big game in that second half.
Yeah, I think they're going to like what they found there. Yeah. So a lot of things for the Panthers to work on, but glad to get out of here with a win. Panther fans, again, want to say thank you to our premier sponsor, McDonald's, and to our radio sponsor, Domino's Pizza of Sterlington. I'm Ben Hackler with William Handy. Panthers with a big win tonight down in Tioga, 47-31. They'll be home next week on Friday night against the Rayville Hornets for the opening game at home. So we hope to see you in the Panther stands. If not, you can catch us right here on YouTube or on the radio, 92.3 FM, The Wolf. Have a great weekend.
While some banks focus on the now, Cross Keys looks toward the future, providing our customers with the latest and greatest in financial technology. But a bank is nothing without its people. While our competitors try to stay ahead of the curve, we are the curve, nurturing some of the greatest financial minds in the country. For what better represents the future of banking than the next generation?